Well, hello and good morning, guys. Hi, I'm Cheryl, aka Muppet Aphrodite, and this is Shadowrun Sunday. And, Shadowrun Sunday usually comes with friends, and today is no exception. Well, hello, everyone. I'm Mo, if I haven't met you. I haven't been around this week. I've been studying. I got a book on bartending, just been taking a look at it. But I understand that I really need to get wireless headphones if I'm going to keep doing this puppetry thing. I understand that it's been a how did you call it, a shitty week. So I'm glad we can start this one out the right way. You didn't put the chat up. That's true. I did not. So we should take care of that. Clicking on over. Close that. Fractali! Oh, Fractali, thank you so much for the resub there. We are just so glad to have you here. Yeah, 2 months, right? Oh, yeah. Yesterday, I guess, was probably, or Friday was the 1 month anniversary of the of our affiliation. A resub, a wild resub, everyone. Thank you, KB Tips. Thank you, Fractali. I can't. It's too early in the morning, and your coffee maker's broken. That's true. That's very true. So today I am wearing a shirt that reminds everyone to vote no on extermination and Daleks because it feels like it's an important parallel to the shit that's been happening in America. So that's the message today: is vote no on Daleks or anybody who acts like a Dalek. You know who we're talking about. Yeah, you do. So how is everyone this morning? So I don't think we have any new viewers yet. We've got regular Muppet Mafia members, and it's good to see all of you. But for somebody watching on the replay, I'm Cheryl, I'm a variety streamer. We're going to be playing Shadowrun Hong Kong today, episode 2 for us. It's not actually broken into episodes, but we numbered our playthroughs. Yeah. Yes, Demolition, we do need the doctor to give America some medicine. Yeah, and it would be even more ironic if it's a lady doctor. Good morning, left-handed monkey wrench. Good morning. This is the first time I've been able to come out first on Sunday. Well, Sprinkles kind of barricaded you from coming out over the week, so it seemed only appropriate. Well, that's good. I'm glad. I'm a patient puppet, so I can sit around and wait. It's fine. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. So, how am I? Well, it's far less horrible here now that it's raining. Yeah, it's raining for the first time in like 50 days in Seattle. So, that's good. Good morning, Mrs. Dunsale. Oh, what a pleasure to see you, my dear. Good morning indeed. I believe everyone in Seattle is going to be in a better mood, just in general. Because we're not, there's no longer smoke choking everyone, and the plants may not die completely. Yeah. Well, we did break a record. This was we followed what I think was perhaps the rainiest year on record, with the longest stretch of no rain on record. And that's been kind of the pattern for global warming the whole time. I've been out in Seattle for like 13 years. And when I started out here, the old mythical Seattle rain was totally a thing. Yeah, it was gray and misty. It wasn't really so much rain as a moist blanket that constantly surrounded you. Yeah, it was damp a lot. But now it's more like, it's a little bit more flirty. Like rain, no rain, rain, no rain. So media has media didn't lie to you, Demolition. It's just an outdated concept of Seattle climate based on pre-global warming estimates. Yeah, that's what's going on there. Yeah, Krellin is very familiar living in the Southwest with 50 days with no rain. But Seattleites, they don't adapt to extreme weather terribly well. Floridians are like, they see just the swing all the time, and so they're like, the sky is literally falling. That's fine. But Seattleites are like, wow, this is not average temperatures for this date and time. I am upset. Yeah, that happens a lot. Yeah, if complaining about heat, complaining about rain, complaining about snow, complaining about sun too. A lot of people complain about that day star thing, ironically, every time the sun comes out, except when it was out for 50 days, that became old. That's true. It did become old. But it means my air conditioner doesn't have to run constantly, and I can use my normal, like, comforter instead of just like thin blanket, because I'm one of those people that needs like a blanket to fall asleep. Like, just falling asleep on something, it doesn't send the right signals to my brain. The human brain is very complicated. That's also true. That is very true. Yeah, my family grew up in Chicago, so I got a lot of, in Chicago we go uphill both ways kind of stories. 6-foot snows, digging tunnels to go to school. Yeah, you Chicago folks, every time you talk, I wonder why anyone would choose to live there at all. But I believe you've adapted and there must be good things there. But mostly we just hear about snow tunnels and horrible rain. Yeah. Fractal, I'm glad I'm not the only one. It's chilly. Do you want your hood? Well, I'm certainly willing to consider it. Okay. It's funny because these little, because again, this came from Build-A-Bear Workshop, right? So these little slots are for ears, but you could almost get his eyes in there and make it look like a superhero mask, but not quite. Not quite. Oh, 310 days of sun, Krellin. That's intense. Yeah, they're ear holes for bears, but this just seemed like it was Mo's jacket. The color matched, and it was a good match. Yeah. So good morning, X-Chair. Good morning. Here comes Mo to save the day. Oh, I like that. I like that Fractal Eye a lot. I'd love to save the day. I'm not exactly sure how to save the day when everything is so terrible. It's interesting, it Sprinkles, and maybe she's broken in, but I feel like it's much easier for me to be expressive with her. I'm still learning Mo and this more Kermity style of puppet. Boy, you don't want your hood to stay on, do you? You just have to put it a little bit more over your eyes. I can't do that playful pulling your hair out thing. Hi, good morning. I look a little bit like an Oompa Loompa. I just want to file that away for later. That's not wrong. You are not wrong about that. Oompa Loompa Doopa-dee-da. Maybe that's what all these horrible people need, is a bunch of Oompa Loompas coming and dancing in front of them and telling them moral tales, and they will just be so shocked and embarrassed that Oompa Loompas are lecturing them that they will stop. Well, we could try. Oompa Loompa Doompa-dee-doo, I've got another puzzle for you. I need the rest of the lyrics. I would have to write lyrics for that, so. Do have no Oompa Loompa later. This kills me though with yes, my very seductive puppet chest hair here. Yeah. So good. Yeah. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. They do have the biggest Oompa Loompa of them all. Wah wah. Yeah. But did they? I feel like they might have sung that at some point, but I'm not sure. KB Tibbs. Oompa Loompa. Dumpity Dossum. Oh, I know, Fractal Eye. It's just, oh, so sexy. That was more me than him, but that's fine. It's Sunday morning. So yeah, last week was shit. So if anybody wants to ask how my week was, it was terrible. But I did get to go running yesterday. That's your first time since all that squishy stuff happened. Yes, the first time running since all the squishy stuff happened. My surgery did my 5 scars to remove my 2 tumors. So that was good. I only got 2 miles in though before I got distracted by legendary Pokemon. Oh, I understand those are quite legendary. That's not even witty. That's just factual. But yes. They're right now, if you're following Pokemon Go, there's Zapdos and Lugia. Today's the last day you can get those, or at least get them easily. And easily is a matter of speech. They're showing up frequently now, and they will not be in a day. Hi, Canopus44. Hello, good morning. We're just chilling. BB Phantom, thank you so much for the resub. Oh, thank you so much. So, oh no, he's asking for Sprinkles. Might have to go away. Well, Maybe. You might have to. I could try to put her on my left hand. We'll see how that goes. I think the first thing I'm going to do after stream today is look up wireless headsets, because I have pretty much had it with this wired situation and the puppets. It's pretty challenging.
BP Phantom, thank you for rescuing me from purgatory over there.
Oh, she's cranky.
Yes, I'm cranky. I do the intros, not Mo. Ugh.
That's... Oh, this is so many things. This is the first time I've done double puppets since the surgery, so this is... this is my adult life, guys. Yep! You're living the dream!
Thank you for the resub, BP Phantom. Oh, yes. Bow to your queen. Bow down.
It's just a little bit, you know, overly dramatic, don't you think?
No, I don't think. No, I don't.
So yes, I am on Team Instinct, which is tough because there's not a lot of Team Instinct people.
Well, yellow is the best color, so you did pick correctly.
And that was even before Sprinkles and I had started our streaming, because that was before I had left Amazon, which is right about the time that we sort of started this channel. Corsair is really good. Corsair wireless headphones. Good to know. Good to know. Lady Red. So if anyone has any ideas on what settings I can change to keep 360p from being so very slow sounding, like, can I increase my sound fidelity or decrease my sound fidelity and fix that problem? Or can I just turn transcodes off?
Life was so much simpler before we were all affiliated and stuff. But we didn't have Sprinkles emotes, so I don't want to go back.
That's true. That's true. So yes, and someone asked yesterday, they were like, how, well, don't you need like 12 people to take on a legendary? First of all, if you have high enough folks, you could get it down to like 6. I'm not really that high yet, but there's
Redmond is full of nerds. Yeah, nerds like her.
Well, and to clarify, that's not a bad thing. No, it isn't. It means that usually if you see a legendary, you can just walk there and wait, and people will show up. Yesterday, there were 20 of us taking on the Lugia.
Yeah, 20. That's the max. Max. Why do I know things about Pokemon Go? I can't even use a cell phone.
That's, you know, we share brains, so it's, yeah.
I know, Fractali. It's so weird that there are so many nerds around here,
but you know, and it's like, it's still, I've talked about this before, but it's still this like magical alternate universe. Everything is terrible right now in the country, but when I go around and play Pokemon Go, I go to the raids, suddenly get to meet sort of neighbors, and everybody's kind of friendly, and half of them are wearing Pokemon t-shirts or Pikachu t-shirts and little Pokemon Go bracelets. I'm like, where have you been hiding my entire life, fellow Pokemon trainers?
Yeah, it's like what her fever dreams would have been like 10 years ago.
Well, this is cozy. Yeah, sounds like the Wild Dave is back pretty early. Yeah. So yeah, happy morning, guys. We got to see both of them. Both of them.
Yeah, well, you got to see the good one and the orange one. Yeah.
This is it's very hard. And Mo's figures really like to pick up the headphone cable. Look how much he likes to do this. Yeah, we're gonna buy high wireless headphones. That's what we're gonna do.
So, I'm hoping that this week is better, because it would be pretty hard not to be better than this week.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I'm led to believe that they have repaired my employment record at Microsoft, and it doesn't say terminated anymore. Boy, I hope they fix that, because as Tahud's pointed out, that's the world's best wrongful termination lawsuit, when someone comes back from disabled leave and you set them to terminate it instead. Yeah, but there's been a lot. This week has been terribly.
Yeah, she's been pretty cranky. You haven't been a great person.
Well, thanks, Sprinkles. That's very kind of you.
Well, I'm just saying. I mean, I say what I mean, and I mean what I say.
Oh, okay, that's. Sometime we're gonna have a talk about tact and morale, Sprinkles. Yeah.
Oh, Demolicious, happy to see us on the same screen. Well, don't think that it means that we like each other.
I like you fine, Sprinkles. I think you're a little overdramatic at times.
Well, that's bullshit. If you don't like that I'm overdramatic, you don't like me.
She's sort of proving Mo's point, but
no, I do what I want.
So, there we go. I think it's time for us to get started with Shadowrun, but we wanted to say thank you for those resubs and our first 2-puppet thought experiment of the post-surgery era. And yeah, let me know how the audio is, because I was watching the playback and it was a little it was a little sort of, it was blowing out the tops of the range, and so I've moved the mics considerably farther away. And just let me know how the volume levels are, especially during the game. I'm trying to find a good balance, a good setup. And I do tend to have a little bit of dynamic range, as it turns out. So in
order to get me on here, you gotta turn everything down to leave room for my grandeur. Yeah.
Truth. Well, good. I'm glad to hear the audio is fine. That's a relief. Yeah, even for me, because I tend to be a little quieter on the spectrum. I mean, it would be hard not to be quieter than Sprinkles, for she has really mastered the upper end of that spectrum. But yeah, hopefully you guys can hear me fine as well. Yeah.
Hi, Darkstalker. Oh, are you a fan of mine? I'm happy to see you, Darkstalker. Sprinkles indeed. Yes, Queen Sprinkles is here. Hello. Yes, Fractali, it's almost as if my face was made explicitly for looking angrily at Mo.
You're making me uncomfortable when you do that.
Good!
Well, not much has changed while I was recovering. That much is true. So I ordered, I'm hoping this will work, because I wanted a better storage option for these guys than just putting them in a bag. Good morning.
Good morning.
Did they close the golf course?
No.
Oh, you just got...
I just worked Friday till 10.
Oh.
That's what my schedule was.
Hello, Dave.
Hello, Sprinkles.
See, he said yes, hello to me and not to you.
Hey, Mo.
Oh, thank you. Hello, good morning. Good morning, Dave.
Hey, Mo.
Well, I got 2 hellos, and you got 1.
What?
All right. So, yes. Let's go ahead and get started with the game, shall we?
Yeah, then I don't have to look at Mo anymore.
But what I was saying was I needed a better storage option for these guys. And so I bought a boot rack. And hopefully I can just stick these guys in the boot rack and it will kind of keep them upright. I still don't know how the rods are going to work, but that's what she said. Well, since I started first, I will take my leave first. It's been good seeing you guys this morning. Hopefully I will be back if any sub announcements occur, but good morning, and it's just a pleasure to see you guys despite everything that's going on. The Muppet Mafia is great, so thanks for being great. All right, and I have faith that you guys will remember me.
You see that? Makes me sit on the left hand, which is the bullshit hand, and then he tries to like make fun of my shtick. I mean, I don't think it's ridiculous to tell you guys to remember me. You know, I feel like it's my one want in life, so I'm gonna be direct about that. Yeah. Anyway, you guys know who the real queen is here, so just remember that.
Seahawks.
Oh, is that today? It's the preseason game today? Uh-oh. Oh,
it's the
shit.
Los Angeles Chargers. Ridiculous.
Yeah, what's this country coming to? Los Angeles can't have all the things.
Yes, this is...
Yes, left-handed monkey ranch. Cheryl's left hand is the bullshit hand.
Oh, thanks. Mo can be a little mean sometimes, but he doesn't necessarily know it's mean, or it's the only way he can fight back against Sprinkles, because she's She doesn't respond well to subtlety.
Well, I'm not going to argue you on that. I mean, why would you try to be subtle with a bright yellow puppet? Why would you do that?
I don't know. All right.
Well, I hope to see you later, and remember me!
Your arm's super weird right now.
I know. Wait!
So that's the thing. All right. Demolition. You're playing with her. So let's load up Shadowrun Hong Kong. Yeah. So who is that puppet that left? You guys are the best of the worst. It's a good thing she can't see the screen from down there. That's all I'm saying. So yeah, I'm probably gonna try to put like a rack back here, and then I could just move it up when we're streaming, and then I could just put the puppets on that instead of piling them up. And that would scale to have a third puppet if we ever get to the 100 subscribers level. So let's see. Just working on levels. How is the voice level right now for you guys over the music that way? I have to remember to switch over to this and then come over here. All right. And I don't think they're watching, but thanks Geek Space TV for the follow. It's very exciting. Well, Demolition, thank you for stopping by. I'm glad you got to see the puppets before we got into all this. Another thing, if you've been watching any of the Stardew Valley playthroughs and you didn't see all the shipping that happened on Thursday, I clipped that as a highlight, just that part of the broadcast, which is about 45 minutes, and you might want to watch it because good shit happened. So cool. Audio level check is good, so we're gonna go ahead and load the game. Hey oi. Yes, is it this week that Exalted starts? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. It's crazy. All right, so last time on Shadowrun, we completed a run to the walled city, and we went back to, I forget her name, but we will be reminded shortly, the mob boss, basically, and she told us to go sleep. And our identities have been erased. We're now sinless. And yeah, that's what's going on here. Oh, episode 0 this week. So are they like doing on-screen character experimentation, rolling, that kind of stuff? And kindly Cheng, it's Krellin always knows the stuff. Always know the stuff. Auntie Cheng. Hi, Captain Easy. If you're on 320p, you might want to bump up to the next level. Because we've been having some sound issues with that. And I'm just going to go ahead while we're waiting for the load to happen. I'm hopping over to my stream settings really quick. You guys can enjoy Bunny Butt, and there you go. There's your Bunny Butt. I'm going to up the audio bitrate. We're just going to see what that does to things. Like 96? Or we'll go all the way. Apply. Okay, so I just upped the audio bitrate quite a lot. Maybe that will help the lower speed. Maybe it won't. Probably not. But we've been having trouble with the lowest transcode, basically. It does not go good. Okay. She told us to leave, so we're leaving. We're not going to relive any of those past discussions. Yeah, Buddy Butt's hype! Yes, very nice, Fractal Eye, very nice. Alright, so our directive, and I missed my key. My hand really wants to pick up the controller and do that, but obviously this is not a controller-based game, so we're just gonna have to live with it. Oh, we're sleeping on a boat. It's a safe boat. That's funny. Safe boat. Oh, did we get a Shadowrun recap without the appropriate 90s flashback effect? I think it's true, Vasco. Well, here's your flashback sound effect in retrospect. Let me fix this a little bit because it's a little off. Diloop, diloop, diloop. There you go. 360p not only has super slow audio, is way behind. Like, it's super weird. I don't know why that's the case. I can diloop. It's just not on my own. It's just not quite the same. You two can bunk here for a while. You've each got a head to take care of your necessities. Try to knock off before you enter someone else's, okay? Oh, knock off. That's not at all what she said. Okay, it's gonna take me a second to get back into things. I also might change, because I was looking at the replay, and high-res scale mode. That's probably easier for you guys to read. So we're gonna do that. I forgot about that setting. Also, we have karma to spend. That's good. Sorry to disorient you, Vasco, without the proper diddly-oop. I cannot spend karma when in conversation. Fine. Seriously. So the message here is don't let yourself into other people's beds. That seems reasonable. I know the drill. Stinks of fish, just like that place we squatted at on Leary Avenue when we were kids. Leary is an actual place. Like, that is where I got one of my Pokemon yesterday. So, that's an actual place. The one with that Aslan family and their dog. We hated that dog. Kept digging it out of my food stash. No matter where I hid it, he'd find it and scarf down a week's worth of grub. Still, it was sad what happened to him. And the family. No one should go out that way. I think I've been up for something like 36 straight hours. And this has been one shit stain of a day. I know the feeling, Duncan. Time to end it. Anything you need before I leave you to it? I don't know. I guess I'll ask if it's them living here. Yeah. Now that Nightjar and Gutshot are gone, it's just us. The squeal of metal grinding on metal rips through the boat. It sounds like it's coming from the level below. And the creepy Russian guy renting the engine room downstairs. Nothing to worry about. He mostly keeps to himself. He'll stop soon. He's usually quiet by now. Good morning, Orcrist. Good to see you. Oh, waving? Well, I'm waving back. Hi. Thank you for the cheers. Good morning. Time Turner can say, I'm on a boat. Yeah, it's cool. So I'm just going to go ahead and say, grabs the sack time. Good. You look like you could use it. We'll go see Kindly in the morning. Figure out our next move. Whoa! High speed. They wanted the hell out of there. Thank you for the hose, Demolition. Did you see how fast they ran? That was a little glitchy. It's good times. I'll go upstairs just to see things. So Isabel lives in the computer, in the bridge. The computer bridge. She's got the... Is that the galley? Oh, she's got a rat statue, you guys. That's cute. She's consistent branding story. As a Pokemon fanatic, I can appreciate that. And then that's Brother Dearest. I should talk to everyone as much as possible. Okay, I'm told I should talk to everyone as much as possible. Duly noted. Hermione, I've got some things I gotta take care of. Okay, well, I can't talk to him because he's being broody. So, there. Boop. See if she wants to talk. Come back later, Time Turning aren't busy. I'm getting the feeling that no one wants to talk. So, I'm gonna call this a bust. But someone says there's some downstairs to look at. Yeah, I don't see a downstairs. I see this, which goes back outside. There's a little stash. Boop. And there's nothing in my stash. I am too young for that. And we'll go book it. Cotton, your cabin is neatly made, but dusty. They've been starched stiff as boards, but you slept between worse. No lice and no bed bugs. That's super exciting. The rancid stink of the Redmond Barrens. Man, I wish I could fall asleep that easy. Oh, sorry about that, Captain Easy. Sorry that the bandwidth isn't working out for you. I hate those days. We were having that day last Sunday. We were trying to watch Game of Thrones and it stopped every couple of seconds. Also, what is going on? There's a guy with, like, crazy helmet, and then he disappeared. Everything is diagonal. Face. Crazy horned guy. Okay. The dream is suffocating. This shifting tunnel of glass and steel, the towering silhouette of dark majesty, the shadowy doorway. And the teeth. They snap at your heels as you claw your way back to consciousness. Hello to Huds. I'm glad you're over the worst of it. God, I wish I could say the same for the rest of the country, but it's good to have you here, and I hope the hangover clears quickly. Hermione! Come on, Hermione, wake up. We gotta go talk to Kindly. The others have already left. That's one rough night. We gotta go. I've been trying to wake you for a while now. You were thrashing around in your sleep. Thrashing. Did I say anything? What bad dream did you have? I never remember my dreams all that well. It was probably motion sickness. Not used to sleeping on a boat. I woke up a little while ago and hit the head, then I came back and woke you. Ah, this is a very exciting recap of your morning. Thank you, Duncan. How many pieces of toast did you have? I'll survive. But man, nothing's gone right since we stepped foot in this country. I'll tell you something, though, and this is after a full night's sleep. I don't believe Ray's dead. He's dead. I hope you're right, but it doesn't look good. I'm right. Think about it. That statement from the cops in the newscast could be fake. Ours was. And that surveillance footage? We never saw Raymond get shot. The camera was hit by stray gunfire. Raymond's alive, Hermione. I know it. Make a good case, Officer Wu. Should have been a detective instead of a headbuster, right? God, I feel like I'm 12 years old again, squatting on a shrinking trawler. My partner's gone, Raymond's gone, I'm gone, I don't even have a name anymore. I can't even go to sleep without nightmares. Time for us to turn the tables. Heard that tone before. What are you talking about, mainframe? Mainframe. Hermione. Freudian slip. So... Tongue. I don't have a tongue. Please, I've known you since you were 12. Think I don't know your let's make some trouble tone? Let's see. It makes sense. Shadowrunners. Oh man, I have to think about this. This isn't the way it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be a cock. That was then. It's like Ray always said. What did Ray always say? We get to put words in Ray's mouth. Well, given who I am, probably have to say life is improvisation. Yeah. Raymond liked to talk in bumper stickers. His name is Robert Bolton. Oh, Fractal Eye says Duncan's on a no-carb diet, so no toast. Well, thank you for clearing that up. Okay. I think I'm going to try streamlining things a bit, not reading every line of dialogue out loud, but just the significant ones. So that we fit more plot in. Because I think that's where the team put the majority of their work in. But duly noted, talk to people as much as possible. I certainly wouldn't want to end up in a Mass Effect situation where I didn't talk to them enough and something bad happened. Here's Kindly. Her place reeks of stale cigar smoke and fresh urine. Use the bathroom, guys. Clicking of Mahjong tiles is strangely absent. In its place is a low murmur of laughter and an air of eager anticipation. All eyes are focused on the groaning figure kneeling bloody and bound at the feet of Kindly Chung. She beckons to him with her finger, and he struggles towards her, the loud rustling of the plastic tarp crackling under his knees as he moves. His pants are wet with fear. The acetylene torch lies on the table at Chung's right hand. How did you sleep, my little ones? Not too well. I had a bad dream. You poor darling. Perhaps it's the food here. I understand it can be a bit too spicy for outsiders. Still, a bad dream is a better way to spend the night than getting a bullet in the ear while you sleep. Wouldn't you agree, Shitbird? Shitbird here is a plainclothes cop. He snuck into the area last night while you were sleeping, hoping to find you and kill you before his competition got to you first. My men found him outside the trolley you were sleeping on. They saw to it that your rest was undisturbed and your location remained a mystery. You can thank Mr. Bow for that. Nod at Strangler Bow. Thank you for your safety, Mr. Bow. Bow inclines his head 1/4 of an inch. I think that's how far that is. Hi, Theater Nerd. Good morning. Good morning. Good to see you. Mo says hi. He got to open the stream today. He's very excited. Sprinkles is pissed at me, though. Now, Shitbird, tell my friends here what you told me. I don't know anything. I swear, we just got the orders in last night. Somebody high up wants these two dead. The whole department is on it. I don't know anything else. Someone from high up? How high? She taps his chin with the toe of her shoe. That's true, KB Tibbs. Sprinkles is pissed a lot of the time. The cop looks up at her, looks around at the room filled with triad soldiers. One of them opens his coat and shows the cop something inside. He closes it slowly and winks. All the way up. All the way up. It's someone on the council. Someone on the executive council wants these two dead? Fuck your ancestors to the 18th generation. Give me the truth. It's the truth, madam. I swear it. Whoever it was labeled them as terrorists. We were to terminate with extreme prejudice. She shuffles closer to the kneeling cop, reaches down and strokes his head with her hand. Then she slowly digs her fingers into his scalp. She pulls back hard until his chin points high. The triad boss leans in close and searches his eyes with her own. That's all he's got. For whatever reason, last night on the Executive Council of the Free Enterprise Zone ordered the Hong Kong police force to kill two nobodies from Seattle. I find that fascinating, don't you? Good evening, good evening, Kaylee Evil, and hi, Turtleneck. Hello, good to see you. I need to label us international terrorists. She's still fondling the police officer. Propriety, my darling. When the government has someone gunned down, they prefer to make it appear justified. The people feel safer when their murders feel like part of civilization. My, but you definitely have fallen into the deep end of the pool. Seattle isn't like Hong Kong. There, the megacorps control the government. Here, the corps are the government. The exec council is chosen by the corporate board of governors. They're basically the legislative and executive branches of the Hong Kong government in one tiny package. 8 people call all the shots. Neat and efficient. Yeah, and she's she's burning. For the wage slaves and the civilian sheep, the corporations are a pantheon of gods who wield absolute power. But not for us. Who else knows about my guest's visit to Haoi? Shitbird? No one, madam. I hadn't called into my yet. I wanted to kill for myself. No one's here. No one knows they're here. I swear it. Mr. Bao? He's telling the truth. No outgoing calls on his PDA. Very good. Thank you, Bao. Thank you for your honesty. In one smooth motion, Strangler Bao produces a silenced pistol, fires it once into the policeman's head, and places it in his jacket. His face never changes expression. Looks like the triads can be just... Well, I was wondering what we were going to do with him. Honestly, I would choose to be silent of those 3 options because, you know, crazy lady. Here, just shots of one, maybe just being respectful, but hey, he knew, my darling. He knew.
It is clear our friend Raymond Black was up to something involving the walled city. Something having to do with prosperity. And this executive council member wanted Raymond dead for it. Now they want you dead for it too. This plastic-faced man may show up on your door one day too. I have a proposal for you, my sweets. Work for me. With Nightjaw and Gunshot dead, I find myself with 2 job openings. Fill them. I have need of deniable assets here. Players unaffiliated with the Triads who can take care of some of the more unsavory business needs about town. You've proven yourselves resourceful and you have no existing connections here. That can be a positive in this line of work. Shadowrunners. Boo grunts. His jaw tightens, but he stays quiet. In exchange, I will keep you safe from pests like this one. You'll have safe harbor here in my town and a steady source of income. Yeah, like, LOL, Fractal Eye, like, she's really giving us a choice. And while you dip your toe into the waters of corporate espionage, organized crime, and clandestine mercenary actions, I will employ my network to find the plastic-faced man and gather information about Raymond Black. Where he's been, who he's talked to, who stood to gain from his death, what this prosperity could be. Putting out a lot of effort. Not foreigners, my sweet, valued business associates. I need to learn who killed one of my clients and then order the cops to execute my team of Shadowrunners. This is a brazen disregard of my power. Face dictates it must be confronted or I stand to lose everything. Or Westerners, isn't that a liability? Oh no. On the contrary, there's a good market for out-of-town talent that's just waiting to be exploited. Plus, you're unknown. A surprise, if you will. Click. I find the right jobs for people with your talents. You do what our clients cannot do themselves. I take a finder's fee and a small percentage of your earnings. You make a lot of million very quickly. It's all very civilized. Work with me. Allow me to help you make money. Let my network work for you and help you find out what you've gotten yourselves into. Without my help, you won't last a day out there. You are completely out of your depth, I'm afraid. You need a partner. Kindly Cheng will be your partner.
It's just like you said, Hermione. Shadowrunners. But I had some time to think about it. Process. So if I hadn't chatted him down that road, did I have a choice? Ah, fuck it, I'm not a cop anymore. That guy's dead. I'm in. What about you? I'm gonna find out who killed Raymond. Someone's gonna pay. If I thought that Raymond was dead, I'd agree with you, but he's not. Raymond is alive. I'm sure of it. So I'll run the shadows as long as Auntie Chen keeps up her end of the bargain and helps us figure out what really happened to him. Then I'm gonna find my father.
Then it's done. Hayway is now open to you. First order of business. Hermione Glasgow and Duncan Wu don't exist anymore. You'll need street names.
Yeah, okay. I'll think of something.
I think we've already got you covered, Gun Show. Fits, doesn't it? Indeed.
I knew that was gonna stick.
It has stuck. Gobbet, Isabel, we'll handle this the same way we did with all your previous work. All the jobs I line up for you will be sent to your computer on the squat boat.
Just pointing at you. Okay. Why her?
It's a simple process of elimination. Isobel isn't the leader type. You got that right. As for Gobbet, let's just say Gobbet doesn't have a head for business. Not my thing. And then there's Gun Show. The jury's out on Mr. Gun Show.
Meaning?
Meaning there's a lot going on in that head of yours right now, and I'm not sure I can trust you.
Oh, my sweet, don't put it that way. You're the most equipped for the role. She's making sense. You're the right person for this, Hermione. I had a handle back in the Barrens. Time turner. Guess it's time I dusted it off. Gonna be weird calling it time turner again. Haven't called you that since we were kids.
I guess this is our new crew. Welcome to the Shadows, Time Turner.
Hi, Lugeron. Hi. We just completed long chat. Activate the mission computer is our next goal. And you know what? We've got some... I'm going to save here just in case something happens, because we did have a game crash last week. And we just went through a lot of dialogue, and I don't want to do it again. So we're going to save there, and we're going to head over. And I might get karma for activating the mission computer, so I'm not going to... Whoa, crew advancement available. Guys! So we're going to go to the boat, and then we're going to upgrade some characters. It's exciting. Hi, Lugeron. I think everybody kind of had a rough week, but we're also all glad to have the company of the Muppet Mafia today. So that's where I am, at the very least. And I hope that you are having a nice Sunday. It's good to have you here. I like this random projection flower. Just like it. I guess maybe this is a flower booth of some kind. I don't know. Kind of on the same boat. Yeah, it's. Oh, by same boat? Did you summon a boat? Because we have a boat for you. It's a safe boat. Yeah, safe boat. All right. The fuck is that? Oh, that's the downstairs. Yeah, so that wasn't there before. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, 6 unread messages. Who even knows who I am? Check my inbox. Time Tenor, on behalf of your friends at the Haoi Chamber of Commerce and the Swift Winds Mahjong Parlor, I welcome you to the community of Haoi and to our new business venture. I have already lined up 3 jobs for you. The details of each are contained in a separate computer message. Remember to check your messages often, as I will update you with new opportunities when they occur. Hello, Cotillion! Good to see you again! Made it all the... How long did you make it through Kyle's stream last night? That was, yeah. See, I always forget to call him Vasco. That's the problem. So... Geomantic sabotage, artifact liberation, and a serial killer.
I've got a problem, Time Turner, and you're going to help me solve it. I do a lot of business with the Wampoans. If you're not familiar with the term, I'll forgive you. Blah, blah, blah. Tribe of techno-fetishists and deckers who's taken up residence in the Wampoa Garden area of Hong Kong. A lot of Nuyen passes through the pasty little fingers. I've hit a snag, though. The Wampoan elders are being eliminated by a serial killer. They've asked me to dispatch someone to get to the bottom of it. So you're going to be my proxy, dear. I don't care how you do it, but I need those murders stopped. The Wampoans have a delegate here in Haoi by the name of Maximum Law. Well, that's fairly straightforward. It is the most law that can be. He's got a big mouth, but he knows very little of importance. Don't expect much from that half-empty bottle of vinegar. Oh, that sounds like a really withering insult from her. Half-empty bottle of vinegar. So... Lady Red. Oh, you had some of your neighbors in your Wi-Fi uninvited. Oh, that's unfortunate. Well, I'm glad you got to the bottom of that. Well, it's good to have you back. Now, I can empathize with, when I was trying to do the power line Ethernet, I didn't really think through how the power was, how the building was architected, and it was an older building and these things weren't isolated, so I had neighbors on my network. So then we gave our power line adapters to somebody who lived in their own house and upgraded our Wi-Fi instead. But good job figuring that out. Oh, Fractali, that's a good hack. I read years ago about someone who changed their router to show all pages upside down if they weren't the owner's computers. Oh, that's a good one. They might have just brute forced it, but... Yeah, Vasco. I don't know how you haven't just... So my brother, Vasco the Gamer, is a streamer, and he's been playing Siberia 3, which is definitely on the list of most horrible games this decade, or whenever it came out. Like, it's not great.
Kyle's rage last night was it's sad. It was and meant to be entertaining, so it was okay to be entertaining. But yeah, it was. You get your ass down to Wampoa Garden and talk to the elders. Lie, cheat, and steal if you have to, so long as they're convinced that there won't be any more murders. I want my cat back, and I want it soon. Yeah, I'll take that run. Good, I'll tell the elders you're coming. They don't like outsiders, and they might shoot at you first if I don't warn you that you're arriving. Back to route. I think I'm gonna take that one first. Liberating certain artifacts from beneath the manor house in Taipo. Hello, Madam Chang. I've heard that you're a woman who knows how to get things done, especially with regard to things that aren't legal in the strictest sense. It's exactly the help that I'm looking for. Recently, a rich investor by the name of Lu Hua decided to expand his manor house. Too much money, not enough space for fancy parties. They suspect that the land his estate was built on may have pre-modern archaeological artifacts buried underneath it, all of them dating from the Song Dynasty. Sure enough, we were only a few days into the excavation when we discovered a series of tombs lying beneath the site. Oh, tombs! We're gonna get weird magic baddies down there. Some barghasts. Before I could make my report to the Free Enterprise Zone authorities, however, Liu called in his allies from Tantian Incorporated. Sold the entire site to Tantian, who then leased it back to him. Because Tantian is considered to have extraterritoriality in Hong Kong, local authorities were powerless to stop Liu from looting the tombs. Wow, that's a good trick. With the gall to call his museum the Emperor's Tomb, can you believe that? The odds of there being an actual emperor buried there are basically nil, but he doesn't care. Any way to sell a few tickets. Something strange is going on in the lower levels. Workers have been disappearing only to be found dead several days later. Oh, there's texts. A pair of ancient texts. I thought cell phone texts. A pair of ancient texts the workers have discovered. Then he issued an order that further excavation should be halted until he can secure the subterranean layer. This guy's very wordy. Besides the two texts, I'm willing to pay very well for other artifacts your team can liberate. The more valuable, the better. Don't be worried, they'll be going to actual museums, not some rich playboy's mansion. Got a second program in place that'll suppress loose security system. The team will have to be careful. There are only so many alarms I can suppress. Go beyond that number and I'll scrub the mission. Oh, interesting. So, like, we just have to be tiptoey and he will help us when it goes badly. So Tahadz, you set an intentionally easy to guess password at your school and no one has guessed the password. That's it's called, the network is Millennium Falcon and the password is Kessel Run and no one's guessed it. Yes. Oh, I worry for the youth of tomorrow. Yep. Okay. Well, that's enough jobs for now. Walk away. Don't get any. Oh, excuse me. Let's use some of our upgrades, shall we? Spend the karma. Now, Tahadz, are you certain? Hello, Bythron. Are you certain? Like, have you checked all your logs and you just, no one has gotten in except you? Okay. So we have 9 karma. We just took spirit summoning. So kind of like to keep spirit control and spirit summoning in parallel. Yeah, my high school was very fond of the password. And then I could take a 6-point in spell casting, but oh, I need more willpower. I could take a 6-point of willpower. I feel like min-maxing right now is a good idea. Hi, Argue. Hello. Hello. It is good to see you. Welcome in. Welcome in. This fine Sunday. I'm hoping it's a fine Sunday. What does this line mean? Is that like... What does the line mean? It shows up in all... Like, could you only take... Like, I don't know why there's a line there. Yeah. Our school was the cutting edge of proms that in a weird backwards way. Reader's Digest, many years in a row, declared our school's prom the best one in America, which we didn't know while we were having it, you know, because you don't go to that prom and be like, this must be the best prom of all proms. And it's an arbitrary construct anyway. But it was funny. There's some weird trivia about our high school and our proms. Okay, so we took willpower and we took some spirit casting. I'll look downstairs. I'm gonna boop that. Boop. Yeah. Who the hell is Ractor? So is this guy like, what's his face from IT Crowd that lives in the server room? Is he like goth vampire guy? It's oppressively hot down here and the air is full of synthetic odors that grab you by the sinuses and refuse to let go. It's a machine shop. I was wondering when I'd meet the new neighbor. His voice is pleasant, cultured. There's a hint of a Russian accent there, but it's buried under layers of nuance. Please stay where you are. I'll be with you in just a moment. And unless you fancy any unplanned trip to Chrome Alley, don't touch anything. There are all manner of tools in here that could take your hand clean off. He's a Russian rigger. Take your time. I don't touch anything. Examine the robotic... No, try to see what's on the screen. Hey, I'm totally chill. I'm just looking. Feet on the monitor looks like design software, slim spidery appendage. Very good. Yes, that's coming along nicely. Very nicely indeed. Oh, interesting. Richmond did go from goth to boss. Ah, Richmond. That's what I'm thinking of. So this is Gaichu, but no, this is Ractor. But Ractor and Gaichu were both stretch goals, so they're in an area that they added later. That's interesting. Why would a character be a stretch goal? Like, how is it set up? Like, they define the character and is he like a playable character? That's why. So sorry to have kept you waiting, Ms. Time Turner. You're too kind. Now tell me, what can I do? His voice trails off as a flash motion. With alarming speed, a sinister-looking drone scuttles out from underneath the work table. The machine rears back menacingly, spreading its forelegs in a clear sign of aggression. Please don't mind the drone. He can be territorial, but so long as you remain merciful, he will not bite. Ractor, my mechanical counterpart here is named Koshai. A pleasure. I am very pleased to meet you, my friend. In a community such as Heoi, it's important to be on good terms with one's neighbors. Oh, there are additional team runners. Sure. Very well. This morning's casting should still be cooling for a few minutes left. That's time enough to talk. This looks like a fish hook, but I guess it's wires. That's in this little portrait there. Gaichu is very optional. You can actually kill him. Hi, Lady K. Good morning. Good to see you. Welcome in, welcome in. You said this morning's casting. What do you mean? Exactly what I said. A casting that I made of a new locomotive assembly for Koshai. A biomimetic design, as you can see. This one is inspired by the walking legs of a decapod crustacean. The mangrove crab, to be specific. This new leg assembly make it good? That remains to be seen, but there is more to life than combat effectiveness, is there not? By fabricating new components for Koshai and unlock options. Different ways of being. Even the failures, and there have been many, have value in this context. More training and experience than I'd care to mention. Drone architecture was once my profession, you see. Now it's more of a calling, one that I'm free to pursue, now that I've freed myself from the shackles of corporate servitude. Koshai is interesting. Yes, I suppose that is. Not many riggers would name their most prized possession after a villain from a fairy tale. Yeah, I know, Lady K. Our coffee maker's broken, so I have tea, and it's an adjustment. Don't worry, it's in the repair shop. It's just like, of course, it's gone this week when everything is terrible. Koshai the Deathless, he was called, and for good reason. His soul was cleverly hidden outside of his body, and he could not be killed so long as it remained intact. Koshai was a villain and a notorious kidnapper of women, but something about him always stuck with me. I suppose it was the notion of immortality to cleverness that resonated. Is your drone deathless? In a manner of speaking, I suppose that he is. I have redundant copies of every piece of his architecture, and his core programming is stored on disk in a secret location. Should he ever suffer critical damage, I can easily bring him back. Well, that explains how, if the drone gets lost on a run, he's going to be able to come back with one. Whose payroll are you on? It is something of a sore subject. My departure was involuntary, you see. I did not part ways with my employer under the best of terms. I will tell you that I worked for Grecian Aviator, but you'll forgive me if I don't want to go into detail. How can you afford it? Freelance. At the risk of sounding immodest, I have commodified myself rather well. There are always corporations in need of design consultations. You'd be surprised by how lucrative such work can be. And there is always other work that I can turn to in a pinch. Care for a rather personal conversation, wouldn't you say? Indeed we are. But even in personal conversations, certain topics can be held off limits. Truth be told, I don't feel especially comfortable discussing my side work with relative strangers. Suffice it to say that my freelance activities often fall on the illicit end of the spectrum. It is light a term, but yes, I run the shadows. What to give me away? Design consultants live nice. You are correct, of course. The residents of shadow communities are usually either too poor to live elsewhere, or engage in behaviors too illicit to risk it. I will admit to being in the latter camp. Hi, Ice Bunny. Hello. Hello. Designing robotics is my passion, but it doesn't always pay the bills my status of a foreigner. Okay. Why not pool our resources and work together? A compelling offer. I'm doing quite well on my own, but I must admit there are certain jobs for which I am unsuited. Magic eludes me, and I'm not a decker. My strength comes from material objects in the real world. So do things with mass and heft. Things I can build and operate. Sadly, a great many clients are only interested in teams that display mastery over the intangible. This group of yours, do you have people who can cover those bases? If so, perhaps we can help each other out. In that case, I will accept your offer on a provisional basis. We'll do a few runs together and see how we get on. If our association bears fruit, it will continue. If not, I will bid you my farewell and go back to working alone. How does that sound? Excellent. When you receive a job, you know where to find me. And with that, I'm afraid I must bid you good day. Well, I got a new team member, so that was a lot of text, but it was worth it. We got dude with robots. Mystery dude with robots. So I'm just going to save over that last save there. I think it's weird that it tracks how many manual saves. Like, is that a speedrunner thing? And the other thing we need to do is upgrade characters, guys. So she can either spirit control. Oh, that's a really nice. Oh. I think she's better at the summoning. I could do a get it done quick thing, but we don't actually, because we use one of those pod machines, and so it's not like we have grounds to filter. They're in the little pods. So it's, yeah, it's going down to Starbucks every now and again until it comes back. Hey, if a $40 coffee maker doesn't break, then that's cool. Ours is a CBTL coffee maker, and it has broken twice, but at the same time, it was a free gift to us from Amazon Fresh, and the company has replaced it twice. So, and they don't charge for it when they replace it. So it just means that there's these periods of time when it breaks that we get, you know, that we have to fend for ourselves. And they tend to be ill-timed. So I'm leaning towards the spirit control one, because all of our other abilities are spirit control, or you know, magey. I would like to find somebody with better gun skills, but not having those first two turns are pretty crucial for a spirit, and that's pretty great. Oh, everybody's Poke Secret. The jet lag is almost gone. That's good news. That's good news. So I'm gonna do that. Pick Spiritualist. And she's gonna take that weapon. Remote mines triggered to deck and Detonate at will. Espionage. Game program Tar Blaster. Yeah, I used to use that for Blitz back in the last game, so I'm going to take that. Duncan gains an assault rifle ability that fires a single shot of incendiary ammo. I like setting things on fire. I like this one. Yeah, my brother brings all the boom boom here. Duncan brings the boom boom. And the guy I just met already gets an upgrade, so that's exciting. This drone Crochet gets either a +1 movement speed or +5 accuracy for all attacks. I like movement speed, I think. It's going to be hard for me to tell whether or not the accuracy worked out, but the move speed, that will help. It's a good point, Bison. Having guns as a backup is a good idea if you go into an area with a lot of background count. Do these games, do these games expose the concept of background count? Oh, I know, Turtleneck, it's raining here too, so it's so good. I get to fall asleep to the sound of rain, earlier, last night, so that was good. Oh, Vasco, I knew you were gonna go there. Oh, you were supposed to bring, well, this is my fictional brother, but if you want to bring the Boom Boom Vasco, feel free to do so. It's open to you. So no, there's no background count in these games, that's fair. There's a boop in the middle of the ground here. Large X fashioned from overlapping pieces of peeling duct tape. Exciting. Oh man. Dave's making chili for our complex cookout today. And I can smell it. It smells pretty good. Boop. Okay, I'm gonna do the, I think I'm gonna go ahead and do the serial killer one first because it's more destructive and I need that. Additional runners available. But why would I want to pay for people when I have free people? Okay, so Decker, she's pretty good. And then Duncan. So I have to choose between Raptor and Gobbet. Mil-spec Walker form clone mini drone Crochet. See, the thing about Gobbet is that I'm a mage. And so I don't necessarily benefit a ton from having a second mage around. Oh, is Felicia Day one of these? Did she back this game? Oh my god, no, straight up that is Felicia Day. Yeah, how did that happen? How did that happen? 4 AM Critter, if you're having slow audio, you might want to check which speed you're listening to the broadcast at, because 320p has been having problems for some reason, and I haven't been able to figure. I've upped my broadcast kilobits per second, and I've upped my audio set, and I just don't know why. So that's cool. That's cool. Let's see. So these are people who bought into this. That's cool. That's... I want to give Raptor a go and see if I like him. Fractal Eye, well played. The biggest question is, do you want to date her avatar? It's a fair question. I mean, she's got cool mage things going on right there. Yeah, Turtleneck, I am enjoying that the Decker has a grenade launcher, and I almost regret not putting that in mainframe's build now, except Elsie had launchers, so it was fine. Pro tip, this mission can be completed without entering combat at all. spirit control, but she's also combat. Like, her spells don't do me a lot of good out of combat. We're just gonna give this a go. We're gonna give this grouping a go. We'll be a good espionage force. Me and the Russian and the Decker lady and my cranky fictional brother. Wampoa Garden, a carnival of chrome and neon, rife with every manner of technology and artifice one could imagine. The entire area has the feel of a night market, save that chips are sold in lieu of steamed buns, and vendors hawk the latest drones rather than folk art. Something stalks these streets, hiding just out of sight. It stalks the Wampoan elders, the leaders of the band, and of tech-savvy squatters that have claimed this neighborhood as their own. The streets smell of ozone and fear, and those Wampoans who pass the MTR station have a haunted, furtive look in their eye. While the killer has struck only at the elders thus far, it may only be a matter of time before ordinary residents are menaced as well. No boom boom, no fun! That's right, Ice Bunny. Lucheron, this is your favorite. This very specific one is your favorite mission. That's interesting. Well, I don't have any stash, so this part is easy. Oh. Bunny butt! I need to work on some keyboard shortcuts. Streets of Wampoa Garden are slick with rain, glittering. Smell of grilling meat mingles with other rarer scents, ozone, engine oil, and high-tech fabrication facilities. Oh, Lady Red, I'm sorry that... Thank you for stopping by. I'm sorry the internet's been so janky for you today.
Is there a word for feeling nostalgic for a place you can't wait to leave again? I don't miss this place, but I miss the feelings I had when I lived here.
Dad, maybe?
No, that's not it. It's close, but... This place seemed like heaven after the walled city. Like the whole world had unfurled in front of me, and anywhere I turned, there was the promise of a good life. Turned out this place was just as crappy as everywhere else. Everyone was still in it for themselves. If my own life in the... Oh, that's just not her.
My own life in the Barrens taught me anything. It's that you can find people worth sticking with. They'll save your life. You live for each other, watch each other's backs. That's about as deep as it gets for me. Perhaps then that is enough. If it works for you, good.
We're looking for the Wampoan elders. They're going to be in the Wampoa itself. That's the big ship down the street.
Ah, everybody lives in ships these days. Houseboats. That's them all shaped like a boat, right?
That's the one. Someone thought it would be clever to make a uniquely shaped mall.
So I'm looking for a boat. Yeah. I'm just touring. I totally know that the yellow arrow is pointing the other direction. I'll do what I want. See, everything's fine. Nothing is ruined. Boop. It's true. This very solid logic of Asco. MacGyver had a houseboat, thus houseboats must be legit. MacGyver is legit. MacGyver has houseboat. Houseboats must be legit. Transitive property of MacGyver. QED. It's good. Alright. Hey, dude. This orc woman is festooned with small circuits, tiny trid screens, and speakers. Trid screens display snippets of trid broadcasts from every corner of the world. The tiny speakers play counterpoint with the susurrus of voices speaking Spithurial, Punjabi, Kazakh, and other languages. Welcome to the Wampoa, my friend. I am Elder how do I pronounce this? Elder Eng? And these are Elders Tang and Imp. Thank you so much for answering our request to help. We had nowhere else to turn. I don't know if that's the right voice for her, but we'll play. That's the least I could do. We're under threat. One by one, we elders are being hunted by some monster. Ing. Okay, good. As you may have noticed when you arrived, there's been another killing tonight. Ip crosses his solid chrome arms. Holographic readout stands constantly over their surface, displaying diagnostic information. The prodigal daughter returned once more. Didn't expect to see you back aboard the Wampoa in my lifetime, Isabel. When you disappeared, Elder Yutun was very put out. I'm glad you're still alive. When you chose to walk your own path, I was disappointed, but I still understood why you had to leave. Hope my lessons have helped you prosper. Didn't expect to be back either. Work takes you places, though. I don't cart this around for fun, Ip. The lessons kept me alive. Where is Yutun anyway? I expected her to be here. She's dead. So are Gan and Nakamura. And Tong was killed just last night. So much blood. You have to stop this from continuing. That's what we're here for. We'll stop the killings. Thank you, Isabel. Okay. What can you tell me about the murders? It started 2 weeks ago. The first to go was gone. We found him in an apartment, eviscerated. He'd been torn apart. His head had been ripped completely off and most of his skin flayed away. There was so much blood it took us a week to clean out his apartment. The rest have been the same. Always at night, always dismembered. Each scene is like a nightmare. And every time, nobody has seen anything. It's like a ghost. What happened to Tong? Same thing that happened to the rest of the victims. Evisceration and dismemberment. We sent a guard to help keep people out of the shop, but he'll let you in. Sometime early tonight, he'd locked up his shop, but Ip stopped him to ask him about some skill chips he had. The door was unlocked, and inside looked like a bad horror symbol, just like all the other murders. It had to have happened after sundown because I saw his shop was open when I was on my way to get some noodles for dinner. That's a weird thing. Just like, saw the shop. Why did you come, please? The Hong Kong police force isn't welcome here. They've tried to force us out several times before, or kind of hunting for someone to pin a crime on. We do a lot of favors for local gangs and triads, handle their matrix security, fix up their gear, and make sure they have access to the Hong Kong Shadowlands hub. We're too valuable a resource for them to lose, so they protect us when the HKPF or anyone else decides we're an easy target. They handle our physical security, and we make sure to send the message via the Matrix. The last time the HKPF made trouble, we started airing the Assistant Chief's dirty laundry over the Trid. They got the picture and backed off. Well, that sounds like an enemy. Not that I can think of. We keep to ourselves. We buy and sell technology. We're not mercenaries or criminals. We're merchants and deckers. And even if someone was cheated in a deal, this kind of response is unthinkable. Whatever did this, it wasn't human. Violence and savagery. It's a monster, whatever it is. Plenty of metahumans are monsters too. Just because it's horrible doesn't mean it's supernatural. What do the Wampoa elders do? They make the rules and kick out people who don't obey them. They're a bunch of petty tyrants, that's what. You're being unfair, Isabel. Our laws are for the good of the community. We keep the Wampoa and its as residents safe. We review trade agreements with outsiders to see if they're good for the community. We're like a town council. I'm glad you understand. This community is fragile, and the authorities bear us a lot of ill will. A single misstep could spell our end. I am the invoker of sprites. I commune with the spirits of machines, ask them for blessings, and pass those blessings on to the people here. I heal the sick and ensure the feng shui of our habitats is as good as it can be given our confines. She's a shaman, that's all. She's just got some kooky spin on it. Claims her totem is some kind of all-encompassing machine god that lives in circuitry. Ancient gods and ancestors are one thing. My deck? It's mine. I built it. The only spirits it's got in it are the ESPs I loaded up with. Just because you cannot see or touch a thing does not mean that it does not exist. Just because you do not believe in it does not mean it does not protect you from afar. I can't touch programs either, but at least I can prove they have effect on the physical world. Your superstitions are just that. Bullshit. This guy treats drones like they're living things. I am the first and glorious servo. I study patterns, repair machinery, and teach others to attune themselves to the wonders of automation. The blessed Autofab is in my shop in Purview, where we make the drones we use and sell. Really? Oh, what a fascinating thing and spiritual spin on things. be interested in hearing more about your philosophy once we're done with the job. I think I may find your perspective to be very interesting. As for me, I serve as the resplendent voltage spike. It means I shoot people who try to screw with us. It's a fancy title for head of security. Alright. Isabel's going all Han Solo on us. It might be wise to ask the residents of Wampoa Garden if they've seen or heard anything after you've gone to Tong's Sensory Carnival. Good to know. So, okay, so we chatted a lot. This glowy thing here. This looks like a sensory carnival, but there's nothing to do here. This is a random store with purses. I have a cafe. So there's nothing to boop down here is what I'm seeing. It's just a bunch of randomness. What's down here? Turtle Nice is you realizing that this is basically a Scooby-Doo episode, but really fucked up like Courage the Cowardly Dog. Interesting perspective. Play skee-ball. Does it let me play skee-ball? Where's the skee-ball and how do I play it? I don't see skee-ball. These skee-ball machines, they're just chairs. I was promised skee-ball and there was none. Looks like my only option is up. There will be booping later. Well, that's a relief, Krellin. That is a relief. Tongs, sensory carnival. I'm having a really hard time with words today, you guys. Port Lamb at your service. The elders told us to be coming. Yeah, got killed. Killed is when a beetle head sticks a knife in you with your cred stick, or the cops put two in your chest for not kissing amp hard enough. This is something else entirely. This isn't killed. This is slaughtered like a fatted calf. Watch yourself. It's a goddamn mess in there. Alright, that's fine. Boop. Vasco, you have to put a plus in front of the list item in Markdown to make it work, I think. I struggle with that, but I do it a lot. Tong's Sensory Carnival looks like a scene out of a B-grade slasher sim. The cloying scent of incense hangs thick and pungent in the air, emanating from the small shrine in the corner of the shop. Unfortunately, it does nothing to cover up the reek of death and clotted blood. Despite the ragged remnants of Elder Tong littering the floor, the rest of the shop appears to be in good order, at least at first glance. Nothing is broken, tipped over, or otherwise ransacked, except for the body that is totally wrecked. You look at the ceiling and walls, and the blood is not just confined to where its remains lie. Drying blood is spread all about the walls and ceiling as well. Oh, this is lovely. Let's boop that shit. Boop. Ruined mess. The destroyed ruin of his face is barely recognizable, and what is left of his body would best be described as savaged. All of his limbs have been torn off, and a pile of flayed skin lies next to the remnants of the Wampoan elder. Well, that's horrible, and what the hell, HBS? That's gross. His clothing has all but been reduced to rags and tissue by cuts and tears sustained during flaying. At this point, the only thing holding what's left of his body into a semblance of human form is the half-thin fiber optics of his cyberware. I wonder if I should put like an adult flag on the stream. This game's dark, guys. It looks like someone dropped him into an industrial meat grinder almost. Except they brought the grinder with them. Who the hell kills like this? Someone with a highly evolved need for ritual murder, I suspect. This manner of pathology is not seen in sane individuals. Look, parts of him are missing. Curious. I shall assense. Astral space. Ooh, peanut butter cookies. Well done, Lugeron. Well done. And do you put the plus immediately in front of the character, or are you putting a space between them? Bractali. I like that. BTS is not behind the scenes anymore, but boop that shit. Yeah. Surprisingly, no emotions of fear or anger pervade the room. The abiding emotion the room is steeped in is one of perfunctory satisfaction, as if someone had accomplished an important task. It would seem likely that Tong was surprised. If he was not, it would be certain you would feel lingering fear within the room. You mean he didn't see it coming? Maybe we're dealing with an assassin, not a monster. I'm okay with that. I understand assassins. Monsters, not so much. Ractor examine the body in detail. Curious. No subdermal bruising where the skin's been removed. No sign of struggle. Coagulation of blood and avidity marks a time of death between 2 and 4 hours ago. I thought he was qualified in drones, not people. That's fine. The knife marks are methodical. The killer doesn't seem to have been interested in preserving the skin as any kind of whole. It's removed a bit like one fillets a fish, the path of least resistance. Some of these strips of skin have a more ragged edge than others. Looks consistent with a claw. His neck's been severed between the 5th and 6th cervical vertebrae, scoring bladed weapon. If I had to guess, I'd say he was killed with the blow to the back of the neck. Everything else was subsequent damage. Honestly, I have no idea. Perhaps whatever did the rest of the damage was secondary. An action of opportunity or the like. Without further information, I'm not comfortable guessing. Okay, well, that's horrifying. Walls are covered in splattered and smeared blood, most of which is hardened into a crusty, congealed paste. The blood has been deliberately smeared. Hey, Time Turner, I don't know a whole lot about science or all that, but I know what blood looks like when it hits a wall. This isn't natural. Somebody deliberately smeared blood all over these walls. See how it looks like it's got paint trails? It's because somebody used Tong's parts like a brush. Do I look like a psychologist to you? Maybe because they're a freak. Maybe they're one of those sick serial killers that sees their murder as art. I got no clue. Some people have a bad grasp of art. I knew this guy in Kwantung who used to make music out of stray radio static and panic button calls. Called it Crisis Wave. It was awful. Boy, she's having trouble coping. There's a fun story about music like that. Like, I used to date a guy who's really into metal music, and his brother was the lead singer of a heavy metal band, and we were at a bar in Seattle, and it hit last call, and most of the people in our group left, but the brother never came back out of the bar, and I was like, oh, I'll go get him. And so I went back in, and I see the brother kind of hanging out near the speaker, and the speaker is making this awful, like, screechy, staticky sound, and the people at the bar are just like, oh. And it was, I think they call it like grindcore or something. It's basically the same kind of music. It's like radio static and screeching and stuff, and they used it at this bar to drive people out because it's so horrible. But the brother, being such a connoisseur of heavy metal, was not deterred by it, and instead it kept him from leaving. And more people are like, what is wrong with this guy? Oh no, Cotillion. So the Twitch app has been super twitchy for me when I leave and come back on iOS. Like, the chat always breaks, and so I'll chat and then I'll think it worked, but it didn't, and the chat's not updating, and it's bad. So I have to do a much more manual restarting of the Twitch app than I used to. So keep an eye out for that if you're an iOS user. SimSense editor. Yamaha 95,000. SimSynth. Several drivers are empty. All chip decks are entry. Screen is flashing an error message. Warning. Requested files cannot be found. Please return drives to bay and try again. Well, I like how they say have her debug it, but it seems like it's not so much a bug as a feature. You can't run drives that are not there. It says all the drive bays are empty. Hi there, James Blatterman. Welcome in. There, I've put the drive warning on suspend. It's in diagnostic mode only, though. Maybe we'll learn something, maybe not. SimOS 5.23. Memory, okay, drive error. Core dump. Debug spew. Tong's SimSynth has been hacked to remove the peak controller levels from the chips he's been burning. The required operation to make beetle chips. The delta wave outputs for these chips push them dangerously into brain burning territory. File catalog indicates that all of the files and burned chips should be stored in the missing drives or whatever was in the missing chip disk. Somebody's cleared out his beetle stash. Okay, so that's like a motive right there. Tong's desk drawers are open, and the green light next to the word unlocked is blinking. Whoever opened the safe did it with key fob. No money. A Wampoan elder with no money in his safe? My ass. Somebody cleaned him out. Probably grabbed the key fob out of his pocket. Yeah, it is a bit of a Scooby-Doo episode, huh? I thought there would be more. There would be a bit more, like, cathartic cleansing. But that's fine. It's fine. Immaculate. Whatever killed him didn't exit through here. Okay, well, we've booped all the things here. So, okay. That doesn't tell us much, but maybe my characters will have an idea once I leave. Boop. Zippy. Hey, stranger. Nice to see you. Zippy Toe Tag at your service. How you liking Wampoa Garden? You're awfully friendly. We never met before this, but I know exactly who you are. You're my replacement. The elders had me autopsy what was left of Elder Gown and Elder Nakamura after they got ripped apart, but I didn't want to dig any deeper. So since I don't know you and I can smell a Shadowrunner a mile away, and you gotta be the outsider they asked to stop the killings, right? Yep. See, I have good eyes. A lot of good eyes, actually. If you're in the market for replacements, only slightly used, and they only come from certified owners, I swear. Man, I kill myself. Pretty funny. But just like that, are you kidding me? I'm one of the only trained surgeons around here. I keep the other one opponents healthy. Gotta practice down the road. Line Chen's a pretty good cyber doc, but he's basically an implant specialist, and that's it. How'd you end up here? I did my residency back in the UCAS. Could have become a real MD too if things hadn't gone south for unrelated reasons. I also deck a little, but I'm better at slicing skin than ice. Wampoa Garden seems like a good fit for me. Let me ask you about the garden. Looks like Tong was killed by a blade. What kind of blade? Was it a knife? A sword? Maybe an axe? Attacked at the back of the neck. I don't like that at all. This whole affair's got me on edge. People dying is nothing new, but the flayed skin. Ugh. It sounds possible that whoever's been killing the elders is trying to muddy the waters with all the blood and gore business. This is the crime of an intelligent, careful killer. Be careful. This investigation might take you somewhere very unpleasant. What are your thoughts? Pretty gruesome business. Gan died from a broken neck. Looks like someone wrenched around and his arms and legs were cut off. Nakamura had his throat ripped out. First I thought it was a devil rat, but the teeth marks were all from something with a humanoid jaw. Didn't look at you, Tund. From what I saw at a distance, it was the same story. It didn't seem much point since I've seen it twice. Yep. Damn, I like Tong. The beetle business is unsavory, but the man had to eat, and his regular sins were great. Generally, all around nice guy. Friendly with everyone. Never had anyone mad at him. No justice, let me tell you. Well, they're an eclectic bunch, that's for sure. Where to start? He's a spiritual leader here. Maybe it's a cultural thing for people who grew up here, but it's never called to me, but she makes a damn fine cup of tea. It's the muscle. He's got moves straight out of Blood Carnival 3 The Reckoning. Terrible movie, but great fight choreography. I don't know much about him, but I think he's got some kind of fetish for automation. Found him cooing with some trids and automated delivery drones in a warehouse once. You already know about Tong, ran Sims, Beatles, skill chips. Gan used to be a city planner. Nakamura came from Fukuoka. Then there was Magpie. She was the chief decker, hot as hell against ice and built her own hardware. Salty old woman, though. She was mad most of the time. When did she die? She didn't. Maybe a month ago, she just up and disappeared. Went to her shop one day and she just wasn't open. I would see her since. And a pain in the ass, too. She owed me some new analyze software she'd picked up. I've never heard of Magpie either. She must have been one of the newer Wimpoans. If she was the decker, she would have replaced Elder Gao. No surprise there. Gao was older than Kin Shingu. Oh, can't pronounce that one. Kin's Terracotta Warriors. When I was learning decking from him, he could barely get out of bed. It's a stupid name. It doesn't actually have much to do with time spent in the community. That has something to do with it, sure, but it's mostly about how skilled you are. Should have called them experts or something. Hi, Shep. Hello. Good to see you. Oh, thanks for the good boop rating, KB Tibbs. Bingo, that's exactly it. She was only here about 3 years, but she knew a lot of people about it. Oh, Matrix, Shanghai, Matrix, Beijing, all kinds of places. That plus her skillment. She was shoo-in when Gao died. Why would she disappear? No idea. One day she was here, the next poof. At first I thought she was just on vacation since she mentioned wanting to see the Kingdom of Hawaii someday, but it didn't feel right. Seems mighty suspicious to me. Any other place? You might want to check out her shop. It's all locked up, but the other elders have a spare key. Couldn't hurt to look around, and even though Magpie was always butting heads with the other elders, they wouldn't have any reason not to let you in. Magpie and the others never saw eye to eye. She was contrary for the sake of it. Most of the rest had a grand vision for what they wanted this neighborhood to become. Magpie just wanted to deck. The last big argument was between her, Ip, and Nakamura. It was over something relatively trivial. I think Nakamura wanted to expand the pirate trade-based business into the Matrix, and she just absolutely refused. She said something about not using up valuable bandwidth for trivial entertainment bullshit. Anyway, it went from there to this rant about how she wasn't going to let Tang expand his drone business any further because we get too much Megacorp attention, blocking them, lots of screaming. Everybody needs their matrix skills for the businesses to run properly. There are other deckers, but she had the infrastructure. She's real hard-headed about having her time wasted, but she figures if she's not interested in something, it has no value objectively. Could you let me into her shop? No can do. Not just because I don't want to, because I don't have the key. You'd have to get it from Ep. He's taken over all the Matrix infrastructure maintenance since Magpie disappeared. He's not as good as it as she is, but they're not going to let anybody who's in Netherlands take care of that stuff. So, I could get... So, Ip is probably back down here. Well, that was a lot of talking, but hopefully it pays off with a lead. Should I ask them preemptively to rip off any masks they're wearing to save us some time? Why didn't you tell me about Elder Magpie disappearing? What would we have? Oh, they're cranky. Give me the key because you hired me. All right. So, if you're just joining us, I'm Cheryl, aka Muppet Aphrodite. We're playing through Shadowrun Hong Kong, what seems to be a bit of a Scooby-Doo mission, and we call ourselves the Muppet Mafia, an organized joy syndicate. Don't worry about the organized crime thing. That's for Shadowrun, not for the Muppet Mafia. And folks are mentioning the Discord right now. It sounds like Lugeron made an awesome set of peanut butter cookies, and there may or may not be pictures in the Discord, so folks are cooing over that, which is pretty great. Search the bin, find some sale items. That's interesting. There's a lot of storage memory, IO handlers, and active memory in this bin. I'm not seeing any MPCP hardware, response to increased trips, or anything related to the hot shit decking Magpie was supposed to be into. In fact, you couldn't even build a full deck with this. If I had to guess, I'd say somebody's cleared her out. MPCP, response increase, biofeedback filters and all that, they're easy to move, expensive, and highly illegal. All the rest of this crap is good, but it's nothing you couldn't pick up at any electronics shop. You'd have to know what you're looking for, though. Only a good decker would know what they're seeing. Guess so, but why would if she did that, why would she leave the completed cyber decks? Someone stole her shit. Gonna boop. 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 Hey guys, could you not stand in front of the boot point, please? Thank you. I just want to boop the thing. Boop. Open server. A quick glance over the program sheet reveals names like Bugs and Black Hammer. This is her attack program storage machine. More Song 74, thank you for the follow. Good to have you here. I'm Cheryl, aka Muppet Aphrodite, and we welcome you. We call ourselves the Muppet Mafia. Organized Joy Syndicate, don't worry about the crime. In fact, we're detectives now. Here. Yeah. Somebody's removed the drives and it sure wasn't Magpie. Here, look. The main drives are disconnected properly, but it looks like she modded the server to have a backup drive with its own battery-based power supply. If it was Magpie, she'd have taken that too. Crap. This is a Fuji XB1000 and it looks like the battery power ran out a while ago. The XB1000s are constant write drives. They're dirt cheap and they have a ton of capacity, but if they run out of power, they lose their data. Not going to be able to get anything off the drive. Bugs is your favorite program. Yeah. Bugs is my favorite Las Vegas strip, like, showgirl show. Bugs. You get, like, ladies that get, like, hats with antennas and, like, 8 different arms and stuff. Yeah. No, that's, I mean, Bugs is a good program, but it's a better Vegas show. Magpie's desk is the kind of messy people only associate with Rasnets, hoarders, and deckers. Rude! Empty noodle bowls. Deckers, man, I don't get it. Why the hell wouldn't you pick up after yourself if this is where you work? She was probably busy. When you get in the zone, you have to keep at it. That's just how it goes when you're in the Matrix. She probably had a timer in her deck to remind her to toggle back to meat space and eat. If I ever have to get in the zone that bad, promise me you'll punch me in the head. This place is gross. I search the desk. Boring, useless, and disgusting. Is it low quality tin lockbox? Boy, whoever was here knew exactly what they were looking for. There's a pried off latch. All key cards. Says spare stockroom keys. The doors in the rear of Mrs. Yang's restaurant. Do not lose these. Use only if I am not available to open the stockroom. Probably whoever cleared out her shit. Any of the elders could have cracked the mag lock without too much trouble. Most regular Wampons could too. This seems like someone who was tossing the place and wanted to get in and out as fast as possible. Someone was after Magpie's gear. Her stockroom would be a gold mine. Gonna boop the bathroom. Boop. So we call this a boop because, and it doesn't happen all the time, but especially when with doors, it looks like there's a generic animation of the palm extended, and they use it for a lot of the inspect actions, and so we call that the boop. Boop. I want to look at the thing. Boop. Oh, there was a fair bit of blood. Oh, Duncan thinks she died. Oh. Someone thinks she's dead. Duncan thinks she's dead. Thinking there's a lot more going on with these murders than we were initially told. First, they don't even mention Magpie to us, and now it looks like she's been killed. Something's not right here, Time Turner. Let's not mention this to the elders. If they're hiding anything, they may start cleaning up their tracks better. Okay. So the elders did it. Which one of them is wearing a mask? Haha, Vasco says my description of Bugs sounds like an actual Cirque show. Well, if it's not yet, it will be. It's like monkeys at a typewriter. That's the Cirque problem. Eventually you'll get all possible environmental combinations depicted as Cirque shows. So, I don't have... So now I'm just an investigation. Ooh, yeah, I want to buy stuff. None of these are super exciting. Nothing right now. Moj Nebi. He's apparently also a Decker. This guy is trying to find music. Can you believe this? They've got 4 bootlegs of Echelon 60. They're unreleased Inaki and Keys double chip show from Brazzaville, but absolutely 0 chips from Shotgun Bloom. Stall stuff is second rate. You're right, that does suck. Shotgun Bloom's one of the best bands I've heard in years. Easy. See, your friend gets it. Real talent, that crew. Like nothing I've ever seen before. Mojin Emby at your service. Decker technologist, music fan. You're not from around here, are you? You don't put yourself like a native. No. Thought so. What brings you out here? Oh, that's a nasty business. I heard Tom died tonight. I don't know who or what they pissed off, but it seems like a real bad scene. Know anything about... Magpie's shop is missing a lot of gear. Who might be fencing it? Wempo, a garden? No way. Most people are too shit scared of Magpie to pull that, and I definitely recognize anything of hers. She watermarked every program and engraved every chip. I wanted people to know where the good stuff came from. There's not a lot of places to hide that kind of gear around here. We're all packed pretty tight, and this place gossips like a mahjong parlor at tea time. If I were you, I'd ask any other outsider types you can find if they heard something. Nobody local would risk bringing Magpie's ire down on them, or the rest of the Wampoans. Anyone who gets caught stealing would get kicked out or worse. I'm trying to stay as far away from it as possible. All I know is that a couple months ago we had Elders Nakamura, Yatunda, Gan, and Magpie, and now we don't. To be blunt, Magpie's a straight, hateful, shrewish old badger of a person. It was always her way or the highway. Guess she ended up throwing some of Tang's micro-drones into a deep fryer and threatening to kick his ass around the block. Shop's called the Jack Point. Not very imaginative, I know. Cosplaying Nguyen, but she was one of the best in the business. If you want to know more about it, you should talk to Zippy. He's one of the only people around here who got along with Magpie. See you later. These are all sad boops. Yeah, they are sad boops. That's true. I don't know who this guy is. Stumpy-looking man is busy hawking a variety of grilled spherical treats of various sizes. Kate is 1 yen yatai. Interest you in some Django, takoyaki, maybe a nice nikuman? This guy doesn't even get a portrait. Okay. Deftly pulls one out. Small robotic arm. Begins turning the stick until it's toasted brown. Dips the entire stick in a tub of sticky brown sauce before handing it to you. Has a sweet and salty flavor reminiscent of sesame seeds and soy. Balls inside are pleasantly warm and surprisingly chewy, without the chalky taste of dough. Looking into the killing of the Wampod elders. Got any thoughts on the murders? What's with all the trid screens? He's watching a bunch of stuff. Pirated trid is his other business. Sounds like an interesting show. He's very excited about his favorite show. Is there anything? Tech heads. Ipsa killer. Oh, Ipsa killer. I mean, you know, that it's not relevant information when I ask about murders, but yeah. All I know about Tang is that he's boring. Okay, well, he was no help. I mean, his balls were delicious, but haha, that's what she said. Does not having a portrait equal mask? Suspicious. It's possible. So where's the one that was near the little bun cart that was getting mentioned? Near the MTR station. Is it this? Oh, we already talked to Zippy. Hi, Warsong. Hello. Thanks for saying hi in chat. Please give Warsong a warm welcome. So I've talked to almost everybody and everything. I guess the only thing I didn't do was this guy up here, the weapons seller. I didn't talk to about information. Sometimes I get impatient about... Oh, no, that's not the weapon seller. That's the weapon seller. Breaker. Looking for information. Know anything about Elder Magpie? Everyone just says, talk to Zippy, talk to Zippy, talk to Zippy. Who slings the beetles? Oh, okay. I got a thing. Investigate the parking garage to find out what the Red Spear gangers. Red Spear gang, they run in here sometimes but don't cause any trouble. Check out the parking garage south of here. They usually hole up in there. They don't know you and you cop an attitude, they'll put you in the ground. Funny thing, I heard there was a shootout with some Hong Kong police in the garage a month ago. It was way in Beijing at the time, so I didn't see it directly, but everyone was talking about it when I got back. You don't let the HKPF in here most times. The elders let them in. You talk to people again as you learn more things. There are also areas I haven't visited. That's true. Oh, hello, Danger Guy. Welcome in. Thanks for saying hi. Good morning, everyone. Or good afternoon. Good time of day to you. I'm just going to say hi to Zippy here real quick because... oh, nope. We have exhausted that chain. Okay, well, there's an arrow and we're going to follow it because that's what we've got to go on right now. Let's head... Oh, and there's this guy. Hey, you. Hey, random guy standing in the shadows who I'm pretty sure wasn't here 5 minutes ago. This man has a tired, world-weary demeanor about him. I'm still having trouble with words today. So if you're just joining us, I am Cheryl, aka Muppet Aphrodite, and this is our Shadowrun Sunday where we play through the games our friends made over at Harebrained Schemes. We played through the first two, starting around this time last year, and continuing, and now we're on the third one. And it's good times. It's always Sundays. You know, though, since we have a couple of folks, and we're between, I think we might need to take a very brief puppet break, because there's been a lot of talking, and, you know, talking's fine.
But puppets are better. Yeah. Hi, I'm Sprinkles. If you haven't met me, I'm great. And, yeah, we're variety streamers, and sometimes the variety means fuzzy things. Yeah. Yeah. So you see those icons in the chat? That's me. Yeah, I'm basically famous. So it's nice to meet you, Warsong, and nice to meet you there. Nice to meet you guys. Nice to meet you, Danger Guy, Warsong. Yeah, welcome in. Pop it up. Yeah, yeah. Oh, yes. Yes, bring me all of the emojis. Bring them to your queen. Bring them. This game is like a lot more gross than the last ones.
Yeah, it's true. They got a little evocative with the descriptions.
I mean, are you guys old enough to be watching this?
I mean, yeah, I think I'm pretty sure everybody's fine. People know that Shadowrun is crunchy.
Yeah, do they though? It's not necessarily in the brand name.
Yes, Danger Guy, I'm not a ventriloquist, I'm a puppeteer. So that's, they are two different skill sets. So normally when we have, when you do Henson puppetry, you're hit puppets up here and you're off screen. So ventriloquy is not really an interesting skill. But here, this way we get to talk to each other. And this is kind of how it's done on like Avenue Q, the performer's visible during the show.
So yeah, I basically control things around here. Even if her lips are moving, I'm just try looking away from me. Just try. Yeah.
All right. Well, just wanted to welcome the new folks in and give ourselves a little bit of a break.
Remember me. Oh, thank you for the subscription, Lugeron. Yay! Oh my goodness! Yay! 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 Hi, Orcris. Hi. Oh my goodness! Thank you so much.
Although that's a $9.99 one. That's tier 2, which means you also you added Mo. So we're gonna have to bring him out too to thank you for that. Well, hello, Lugeron. I am just so honored that you would choose a subscription tier that includes my emote. Oh my goodness, Lugeron, you're the best. Thank you so much. Yeah. So hopefully we're just a little palate cleansing here. Yeah. Do not adjust the It's true. Do not adjust the vertical or the horizontal. And for whatever you do, God, please don't go to 320p because that definitely is not a good audio trick. Yeah. So I'm Mo, if you haven't met me. I'm the Mafia's bartender here at the Mafia, and I'm fairly new, just a couple months old on the channel. And I'm just gonna take your hood off so everyone can see your glorious mohawk, which is why you are named Mo. Bison, I have my very own emote now. Yeah. It does warm the heart, doesn't it? I mean, puppets don't have hearts, but I still do feel a metaphorical warmth. Yeah. Mo got something new to wear. It's his hood. It's convertible, and he was, it's raining outside, so he was kind of rocking the Oompa Loompa look. Yes. So Danger Guy, we call ourselves the Muppet Mafia here. The community, and you might see why. Yeah, it warms the hand. Yeah, maybe that's a better saying. So let's shift back to Shadowrun. Hop over there. Just needed a little. Thank you again, Lugeron. That was super. Just thank you. He's super awesome. Yes, we are the Muppet Mafia, an organized joy syndicate, not to be confused with an organized crime syndicate. But feel free to make yourself comfortable. So we have our, oh man, he has given us some fierce librarian right here. Woof. Look at that. Like, he's got the angle face. Yeah. Let me guess. You are the freelancers the elders are paying to look into the murders around here. Yep. Who are you? Call me Demergo. I'm not one of the Wampowans, but I've been here long enough that they don't think twice about me being here. So what have you found so far? Yeah. Professional curiosity. I used to be with the New York Police Department as part of their thaumaturgical research division. Part of the CSI branch, except I did the magical investigation while the other guys pulled prints and checked blood samples. When I hear about shit like this happening, keep my ear to the ground. Old habits, you know. Why aren't you investigating it? Eldering asked me to look into the killings, but she couldn't afford my fee. It's just not just the money either. You see that stuff day after day, you pay a price, it eats away at you. That's why we have Muppets. Yeah, and purple eyes. I don't know if that's the light off of this flower here, or if it's just he's got purple eyes. You know what it's like to feel all that sickness and anger every day, to be asked to pick up a murder weapon and relive somebody's death. Feel it going into your neck, pleading in the voice of a dead woman for her killer to spare you. These days I'd rather interrogate the living, thanks. This is CSI Hong Kong, 100%. I wonder if it'll proceed to Law and Order later. Chunk, chunk. Chunk, chunk. That sounds awful. He can pick his own jobs. He can read objects. Psychometry. Hold something, I can tell what happened to it. I've always been fascinated with this because objects have a history. Like, you know, when you get a wedding ring, that object extends through time to all the other places you've worn it. And it's an interesting little... it's an interesting concept. So, psychometry... useful, but it'll tax your heart. Before you ask, no, I'm not going to read anything you find. I already told him I didn't want any part of this. You want advice? I'll give you that. But I'm not getting drawn in further. Tong wasn't afraid. He was caught by surprise. It's not what I would have expected. The amount of mess at each scene, the victims should have left behind a hell of a lot of fear and pain. Are you sure? Yeah. Perfunctory accomplishment. And it sounds like this wasn't a crime of passion. Planned attack would have that kind of resonance in my experience. It's possible the gore shows just to throw people off. If I wanted to kill someone and get away with it, I'd point the finger at some kind of monster. It's basic investigation 101. It's usually the simplest explanation, but don't discount other possibilities. The mutilation happened after Tong's death. Why would a killer perform that kind of ritual? Serial killers who engage in that kind of ritual don't feel perfunctory about it. It feels more like they're taking communion. I don't think the killer's actually pathological. It's a precision attack. Most knife fights end up with a lot of shallow cuts and blood over the victim. If he was killed by a single strike, he definitely wouldn't have seen it coming. You can bet your last million whoever killed him is highly skilled with the blade. Professional hitman or practiced serial killer. Could be both, too. Is the attack thrust or a cut? The wound was a thrust. Your attack was using a knife of some kind. Anything over about 10 inches would be pretty hard to thrust with that kind of angle. It's a slash. You're looking at a cleaver or a sword attack. Both of those are popular with the triads. They make an awful mess and send a message they're not to be trifled with. Okay. I click through these real fast. Just, do you know anything? I don't... I keep hearing the same stuff about the elders. People didn't care about the clean death. So he also mentioned that the HKPF was around here. So he would have also given me the clue to go to the parking garage. So that's definitely where we're headed next. Oh, CSI Hong Kong is actually the label for the audio commentary on this mission. That's a fascinating concept to me, the audio commentary on missions. I've never, I don't know, maybe I just don't play enough games, or the right kind of games, but I've never run into that before. I thought there would be a longer journey to the parking garage. This is just very anticlimactic. It's just right here.
That's far enough, lady. This lot's our turf. If you're looking for a fix, you're welcome to trade. If you're not here for business, clear the hell out. Well, I can't replay the game until I've played the game. So what do you say? You looking for a little pick-me-up, a little nitro to give you some pep? Maybe you want some chips. Take that edge off. You want it? I got it. Show me what you have. It's a bunch of drugs. I don't really bother with the drugs. I mean, kamikaze sounds somewhat useful, but I tend to save money for, let's do that. Let's get a little bit of shit. Some of those beetles look, yeah, so what? Why do you care? How'd you know Tong was dead? It's like this. Broken Thumb Yun was walking down the street, sees this guy to go into Tong's joint right at closing time. Tall guy hunched over, had this shitty gray rain poncho draped over him. Now Yun figured that was weird as hell, so he posts up and waits. Figures the guy will come out soon because Tong is closing up shop. Nothing for 15 whole minutes. Guy comes out, hustles down the street with nobody saying boo. Figure he was going for an ebb in the crowd, so Yun sees some blood smeared on the door though, so he goes in to check it out. Total carnage. But you know what? Tong's not going to be using his gear anymore, so to hell with it. Yan jacks a lot of it. Business is business. You're damn right it is. That's all I know. The guy had to be the killer. Tall, gray rain poncho, hunched over. Also smart about how he came and went. Okie dokie. Let's see. Can I look around this garage? Woman, are you deaf? What the hell did I tell you? No, you goddamn well can't wander around our turf. What happened in the fight here?
As far as I know, some police showed up looking for someone. They got in here. All of them got killed. Whoever they were after was long gone by the time we showed up. Used to be a lot of Wampoans living around here. Storm drains. Tell you what, though, I got a guy named Kang, and he was down at the storm drain system last week. Something was moving down there, big too, man-sized, but it wasn't speaking any language Kang understood. Get back. So this is the Scooby-Doo monster we're finally getting there. Dumbass dropped his storm drain key on the way out, though. You want to go looking for whatever it was, you'll have to get a new key from somebody else. Kang stole his from a city worker. This guy named Porter Lamb who's got keys to pretty much anything. Somewhere between a cop and a handyman. Yeah, and I also mentioned some elf woman with crazy colored hair who managed to scam a key. He said she hunted paracritters down there. Devil rats and shit. It's not our elf woman, right? Like, she doesn't have... Yeah, that's... Okie dokie. So we need to find... So they told me I can't go any further. Oops. Yeah. Well, that's fine. All they had to do was let me look around. And kindly said do whatever I had to do. So, it's time for a fight. That's fine. Everything is fine. Nothing is ruined. Oh, I really want new spells, though. I miss my area of attack spells. I want... What do I have here? I've gotten Adept. Where's the Mage? Thug. Duncan. Thug. Ganger. Mage. Geek the Mage. And then maybe go find some cover. Is there cover there? Yeah, go there. The text is much more readable now that we're on HD mode, so that's good. Krellin says, I need to stop testing, you can't go there by going there. Look, Krellin, I do what I want. When people tell me not to go there, I'm like, that's where I'm going. I do have grenades. Somebody has grenades. So, let's... Thank you for the reminder. So, where am I? It's kind of hard to find myself in all of this. Like, literally, no, like, where am I? Okay, so here. Isabel's there. She's got cover, but she needs to go someplace a little bit better covered. Maybe she can go... That's not cover. That's not cover. That's sort of cover. And then I would like you to fire... Damn it. Well, line of sight is not blocked here. Duncan, would you like to set someone on fire, Duncan? Where else can I go that has some kind of cover? It's a lot of them. I mean, we're outnumbered pretty badly. Oh, I can't do that here. So... He's already wounded. But I should geek the mage. Now, Raptor, I don't play with drones a lot. Overclock. But I also have... This is really interesting. So, Raptor... His gun is really shit. Missed. Ugh. I want your drone to do things. Oh, I see. It's a joystick. Drone combat bonus. So I have robot arms. And he's right. I think he can melee this guy. Ha! Minus AP. Well, let's just see how this goes, guys. We know who we do and do not need to talk to if we have to continue. Damage plus 7. Ooh, don't like that at all. That guy's gotta go. Okay. So, you took a lot of damage. So you should take less of that. And then pretty much have no other choices but attack the adept. That's a that crit is very unsatisfying. So there's that. So I would like you to fire grenades. So they all moved. So they're kind of stuck up around us. What is her... Nice! Bleeding is good. I think that will mostly take her out. So Duncan. 5 attacks. I don't want to use all of my actions on... I think this mage is a problem. But this guy's got extra accuracy. And all he was doing was assist stuff. Now the question is, do I take out the one I have more of a chance of taking out, or do I further damage? I feel like that was probably a better move. Okay, Raptor. So he's summoned our drone now. So you're saying he's a bit like a spirit. He's a bit like a summoner. Okay, so this one's a real problem because this adept has a plus on his damage. $20 damage. That I am much happier about. Let's do that again. Okay. So Raptor, I'm gonna need you to shoot this adept. Unfortunately, I think I'm gonna make it to the next round. Nice. Haha. They took out their own dude. They suck. Okay. I'm gonna let Time Turner go last. I'm gonna let Duncan go first. I would like to set this person on fire, please. Damn it! Why is he not dead yet? Here, let's send the drone in. What is... Let's have the drone move over here. Move the drone here. How is that guy still alive? I know, Lugeron. He's a mage. He should be dead. There. Now he's dead. And she needs to take this guy out. And she should also use a health kit. Well, I'll use it later. So Time Turner. Everybody... Time Turner needs to go, like, right here and heal a bunch of people. Gonna take her out of cover, but that guy's busy. It's not as many people healing as I would like. Okay. We're gonna have to cancel that and get a little closer to some folks. So, well... I don't think... Duncan's wounded. Isabel's kind of okay. I think we're just gonna have to go with this. And then Isabel, she... Oh, okay. So she could either shoot someone... I think... If Isabel doesn't take a hit next round, I can still use a healing spell on her. She doesn't... I don't want to lose her, though. Oh, I don't know. Let's see. I would really love it if this took the guy out. It did not. Oh, Raptor's got around. Okay, okay. Raptor's not very good at this game. Well, my brother's about to die. That's super great. So let's see. Time Turner needs to heal somebody, and it needs to be her brother, but she can't use any of her heal spells, so that's super screwed up. I need better spells. Like, what the hell? Now I have to waste a bullet on that guy with someone else? You guys. My literal brother is not dying. It's fictional brother. If you're just joining us, Vasco the Gamer is my brother. So when people get feign confusion, that is why. Can he shoot this guy from here? No. But if... There we go. Took that guy out. He was bothering me. Is there anyone who sells health kits in this area? That'd be great. I would love that if they did. That guy's bleeding now, which is super great. Okay. Okay. This is going okay. I think Duncan needs to use one of his health kits. Our drone hasn't gone yet. That's good. Can I get this guy? Yeah. Haha. Try getting through my drone. You can't. It's not a thing you can do. Okay. I'm glad everybody's cleared up that confusion. Yeah, Vasco the Gamer is fine. Okay. And again, let me know how the audio is going, because we did make some adjustments to the rig. So I would like to heal Duncan. Isabel, I can make the most healing use of. And then, since I can't do anything else, we'll just power bolt. You know, it's gonna turn out with WF, I don't know how to pronounce that, but with Favger, that's what I'll go for. Thank you for the follow. Hi, I'm Cheryl, aka Muppet Aphrodite, and we are the Muppet Mafia, an organized joy syndicate. Nice to have you here. And we are playing Shadowrun Hong Kong, which you probably saw when you clicked through. Let's see. We're hoping we can take this guy down this round. So I need to send my drone after him. And hopefully I can do some AP damage here. Yeah! Well, now you're screwed. And then Duncan can finish it off. Yeah! Wait, who else is around? Why am I still in combat? Oh, there's another guy. Cranky dwarf over here. Koshai was not the guy to be making that distance check. Okay, well, everybody turn your attentions elsewhere. Okay, so Time Turner's gonna go here and try to heal people. Is he wounded also? No, Raptor's... I already healed his stuff. Not a lot of healing, but we'll take it. Isabel, I know you miss your grenade gun. Do you want to throw a grenade? Doesn't have to be a grenade. Okay, she's gonna go over here. And she's going to... Nice. And then Duncan. Duncan's also gonna have to move. But the car provides reasonable cover. Great. What do you mean missed? Ugh. Fine. I will send my drone to do the dirty work. I don't like this heavy cover nonsense. His accuracy is not very good, guys. I don't think he's what we call their best man. I mean, I'm also missing a bunch, but that's fine. Everything is fine. Guys, really? Really? I just want to take this guy out before he does any damage to us. See? See, the Decker can take him out. Ugh. My drone is coming for you. There we go. I got a PDA. Check recent email. Please select a file. New location in garage. You're only... Oh! The Wampoan elders approved the move into the parking garage. Keep anyone nosy out of our turf. Where the heck is Kang? I don't know where Kang... I like this just, like, just typing to typing to herself, like, I don't know where Kang is. Last I heard from him, he was checking out the storm drains, looking for a place to use as a drop. He came back up, he said something about a monster, and speaks monster language. So spooked, he dropped his key to the drains. Checked his flat in Sampo Kong. He's probably drunk off his ass. Elder murders. I don't know if any of you have heard about the way the elders have been getting picked off one by one, but stay out of it. They've been nice enough to let us shop here. Stay out of politics. We got Tong's beetle stash earlier tonight. Okay, well, I don't feel super bad about all that. Let's go boop some shit, guys. Let's boop shit. Boop. Boop the blood stains. Dried blood and bullet holes pockmarked floor to call bloody do disservice. Look at this, Time Turner. These scratches look like they're from a long-bladed weapon like a sword or a machete. It matches the wound on Tong's neck. Our killer must have fought the HKPF in here and cut them apart. The number of bullet holes in the walls and cars out here, they must have just been spraying wildly. Tell you what, I don't have to fight him at close range. Boop. Dried blood and clots clog the drain. As you look closer, however, something catches your eye, an off-red color that doesn't match the hues of the gore around the drain. Did someone spill their beet juice? Ending closer, it appears to be a small nugget of some kind. It is a chunk of synthetic ferroplastic. It's got ragged edges. Hey, we got, like, evidence, guys. Number of small markings are obscured by scratching. Scratches and markings look like Chinese. Language is actually Japanese. So, desu ka? Maybe an expert in armor or foreign languages could help. You know, I'm not sure who in Whampoa Garden speaks Japanese, but Wing Kei Kok has a shop down in the Whampoa itself, where we met the elders. If anyone around here would know about armor, it would be her. So we got shit, guys. We got stuff. We also got several hits, and I would certainly like to go and get some health kits, but for now, we'll just wander around. So guys, we had, like, a battle, and I didn't die. I'm gonna save. Oh, can I not save because we're still partially running? Or are we done yet? Can we... Is there no saving? Is there no saving, only Zool? Is that what's going on? Okay. There we go. Top men are dealing with it. Top men! Okay. So, I have a bunch of things in my book now. Analyze the armor piece. Get a key for the storm drains. None of these things are showing up on my map, though. Where did they say I could do the thing with the stuff? Hey, you. Do you know things about stuff we talked earlier? Whoever fought the police in the garage at close range with the blade? That's definitely unusual. There are a lot of people in Hong Kong who can fight with the blade, but not many of them could take on 4 police officers and win. It's a losing fight even for the best gangers. Whoever you're looking for, they're no common killer. Sounds like your killer is the same one the police fought. That's certain. There's nobody around here who could go toe-to-toe with 4 HKPF heavies. Can I just call them hook... Hey, HKPF is really hard to say. Find whoever's good with the blade. Well, why don't you find them? Talk to the food vendor without a portrait or go. Oh, Shadowrun, you have to admit you handled that perfectly. That's a very tough fight at this point in the game. Well, thank you. That means a lot. Ah, yay. I don't suck at the combats anymore. We had a lot of deaths early on in our Shadowrun Returns situation, but... Hey, can you tell me about anything about this piece of armor I totally didn't just fish out of a bloody drain? I own a street food cart. What makes you think I know anything about armor? Is it rated rice flour or something? I don't know. Some chat folks that told me in my PDA. Translate some Japanese. Oh! In that case, I actually can help you. Let me see. It says Renraku Kagaku Kabushiki Gaisha. It's the Japanese name for Renraku Applied Sciences, the materials research branch of Renraku Asia. Where the hell did you get this out anyway? I think it came from the person killing Whampoa and elders. I don't know much about the megas, but this seems like some pretty rare armor to find on a serial killer. I don't think off-the-shelf armor has this research mark, and it seems pretty high quality. You'd have to be well-connected to get something like this. Okay. I heard a cat, just a random cat. Did you hear that? It was way in the back. Shadowrun would like everyone to know that rice flour armor is best armor. Mochi certainly thinks so. Yeah? Yeah? La la la. La la la. Hey, I found a thing. I will talk to Zippy. Hey, Zippy. Totally didn't find a weird thing. Zippy's no help. Zippy's done with us. You know what, Zippy? You're dead to us, too. It's fine. Aren't there, like, Renraku ninjas? I don't know, but I bet you Krellin does. Bet you Krellin does. I'm gonna talk to Mr. Weapons over here, because he was the one who sent us to the garage in the first place. I'm looking for information. No, never mind. I don't want that kind of information. But he only has guns? Like, why won't anyone sell me healing kits? Zippy is pretty useless. I would agree with you, Shadowrun. Alright, guess we're going back to the basement. And then there's this guy who kind of looks like he's wearing a toga for no reason, standing in the rain. So, I don't know what's going on here. Hey, Toga. How you doing? You don't want to chat? Nobody wants to chat? Is that like is that culturally, like, is that like Chinese historical garb? Not like, I'm trying to figure out why he has no pants. It's just not good weather not to have pants. Can I go over here yet? Nope, still. I love this is a little lazy, guys. Like, I mean, what is this the equivalent of? Just like walking down a hallway and being like, I was interested in this hallway, but I'm not anymore. I'm gonna turn back. Toga guy is contemplating the significance of Tears in the Rain. He's trapped in a romance movie he can't get out of. Oh, I don't remember there being Rainbow. Who's Rainbow? This woman spots brilliantly hued hair that shifts colors, scintillating with every passing moment. Well, that's cool. She's powerfully built, a natural athlete, or someone who works out a great deal. She has a shotgun. Something I can help you there with, friend. You're throwing off my game and I'm trying to beat my best score. Damn, I don't know how to do accents like that. That's some interesting hair. Tank war, Europa. I haven't seen one of those cabinets in years. Oh, I mean, either. Managed to find this one the accident, but I hear the music and I thought, hold on there, Rembo. You know that tune. Piss on your ma. A right robbery, that was. Oh, she's in the Cromwell bucket. Right then. You don't seem like those one poets sell. Might touched, right? Maybe you are too, but you don't advertise it like they do. What's your story? Murders that have been happening. Ah, that's some nasty work. Bodies hacked up, chunks spitting out of them. Make sure you're headed for something big and ugly, that's for certain. Where are you from? I can't place the accent. Born and raised... Yeah, I figured it was Irish, and I'm Irish and I can't do Irish yet. I know. But I'm going to do the accents I can do, because... Top of the morning to you. I don't have... Like, I have literally zero Irish, and no one has taught me to do otherwise. So I was in early life there, working security on sacred spaces, you know, historical sites or undeveloped land. Green movement was big in those days. Spent a lot of time in County Dublin and Wicklow. Always loved animals. Found out to be in the range and put me in close with them. It was a good time, yeah? Make sure the budding new species like the bogies and the centaurs didn't upset the ecology of Wicklow National Park much. Also kept the nastier bits like the East Oh, I don't know what that is. One of the milk across populated areas. Eat whiskey. Oh, that's eat whiskey. Whiskey. Nay, whiskey. It's just the name for word for what, which is how whiskey got its name. It's a cannibal horse, basically. If you ever heard of eat whiskey, be glad it drags you into bogs to kill you. Sometimes people call them kelpies on account of the water plants they pop out of. Anyway, as I was saying, problem was started to develop this wee knack. Just a small thing. Keep magic from working when I'm around. The spells don't go, spirits fall apart, and the paracritters get real feisty, yeah? To make things worse, this was around the time the O'Connor threw his coup and formed Tiernanog. All this fancy talk with the elves and ancient magic was twist-bit scandalous to have a woman guarding ancient sites. Wasn't just mundane, but also killed magic around her. So I got fired. Bang on. I don't look a day over 25, do I? I'm not Irish. Not one of those nuggins. Pack of punches, the lot of them. Always going on about their ancestral lands and the glory of the past and all that bullshit. I saw them kick dozens of old Irish families off their land just because their ears weren't pointy enough, or they didn't meet some stupid, arbitrary criteria of old nobility. It's like that old thing that brought back the IRA back in the old days of the Troubles. The skivers in the new tier didn't pay for the land they took, they just had a pack of bullies with guns. Always been sympathetic to the little guy in a fight. He offered to pay for my help, so I said yes, simple as that. Fair, don't be so dramatic. Fixed me up with a cyber stitcher and gave me a lot of the kit I've got to me now in exchange for going overseas to work with them. Smuggling, running guns, making contact in Europe. Same kind of shite all revolutionary groups do. Seeing as how my own fam got kicked out of their house, I was glad to do it. Still do work for them these days, but there's a lot less of it. ADD crack down on dissidents, but good. Do you have a key to the stored drains? Of course I do. How else would I get down to look for strange creepy crawlies, eh? Why do you ask? I want to borrow it. Oh, sure. Watch your step down there, though. Drains are might bigger than people normally expect. Best of luck. Which Katie? I'm blanking on which Katie can help. Oh, yes, Katie. What are you doing? Bit of a big game hunter these days. Get into strange places, look for some kind of prayer critter I've not seen before, and then I put a bullet in it. Took me a solid 2 months to track her down. Oh, she's talking about stuff. I'm spending a lot of time down in the storm drains these days. I heard rumours of a rat king down there where the messy devil rats get all tied up into some kind of big awful rat beast. Haven't tracked it down yet, but I think it's only a matter of time, yeah? Alright, I got my key. Just gonna tiptoe carefully past the elders. Not doing anything suspicious here, don't mind me. These are a good excuse to play with accents. Like, I felt like it got a little bit more Irish as the time went on, although it started falling to Scottish a bit. So the question is, where do I enter this? Oh, there's the question. Question answered. There's where we enter the storm drains. Alright. I'm gonna save again because reasons. Confirm. I'm not gonna make as many save games this time around. Lord knows I'm not gonna go back once I've kind of gotten past a certain point. Oh good! Let's boop the body parts, everyone! Boop. She doesn't do the booping anymore, it's very sad. Disgusting pile of human remains. Smells strongly of blood. There's just arms, legs, organs. Sliced away from the parent body. Extremely sharp blade. This is a whole world of messed up, Time Turner. You think the killers stashed these here? They're stacked. They've been organized. One part stands out. It's a severed forearm and it's covered in tattoos. Words in a Slavic language and a shining lighthouse adorn the forearm, and ring-like images are inked on each finger. Back of the hand, there's a skull inside a square. This arm belonged to a war. These are criminal tattoos. These lighthouse shows... And see, now all the accents are going to run into each other. Lighthouse shows he tried to escape from prison or planned to. The words say, "Oh, police are dogs." That skull inside a square means he served a prison term for robbery once. Bet I didn't bring Gobbit along. Yeah, she would be so excited. Rat King! Vor is a thief. The Vori is... Zakone is the name of the organization. Thieves will know. They have strict codes and police their own. But they don't sever arms and leave them in a pile of gore. I think is German and not Russian. I don't know. All I know is we just found a well-filed pile of human organs, and that's weird. Boop. Despite the darkness, you see something glitter. It's a necklace, chain of some kind. Take the necklace, because why not? Lifting the necklace out of the drain, you turn it over. It's a simple silver pendant on a chain. The silver pendant depicts a long-tailed bird in flight, a magpie. Well, shit. Suppose we figured that. It's awfully convenient we found her necklace and all of this. Oh goody. Friends. As you round the corner, you hear voices speaking just loudly enough. The group is packing up. Yaroslav says the boat will be ready tomorrow morning. He's gotten everything arranged with the port authority. God, she looks so angry. She looks like the lady from Glow, who plays Zora the Destroyer. Yeah. We'll load the goods to his warehouse. He'll handle loading them onto the ship, and we can get paid right there and then. I'll be glad to be done with this filthy place. I will too. I hate having to hide in these damn drains. It stinks down here. I can hear the devil rats running down the walkways. It's a mess and it's disgraceful. We shouldn't have to put up with his bullshit. And Alexander is still back from his little trip. We'll have to leave him behind if he doesn't get back soon. I know, Galina. Until Andre says we're in the clear from the triads, we can't be seen with goods on the street. They find us, we go back to Vladivostok and sausage casings. Those Red Dragon Mudakai don't screw around when it comes to protecting their turf. Who knows, maybe Alexander was stupid and they caught him. Either way, we'll have to lug this crap around the drains for a few clicks. Several boxes near the two women bear a distinctive label, a magpie in flight. The same emblem you saw stamped on Magpie's equipment, and the necklace we have. Ah! Orc woman sees us. What have we here? A curious little pest come for looking things that don't concern her. What do we do with pests, Galina? When Poe and elders know I'm down here, you start a fight, you're gonna have every drone and cyber junkie on these streets crawling up your ass. You think we're afraid of those little worms? You think we're afraid of you? Don't make me laugh. Ha! We could be out of here before they even realized our missing. You think those crazy cheapheads will give a shit about what happens down here? I don't think so. I don't care what you're doing down here, what you've stolen. I just want to find the person murdering the Wampo and elders.
You think I give a shit about what you're doing down here? None of that concerns me. So why the hell should we let you live?
Because I know what happened to Alexander. Serial killer I'm looking for killed him.
Why should we believe you? I think you're just trying to save your own skin.
Right forearm, lighthouse tattoo, Russian words underneath that. On the back of the hand, a skull within a square. Sound familiar?
Okay, so you've seen his arm. That doesn't prove anything.
You could have seen it on him. You gotta see for yourself.
You're right. That is the act of someone very sick. We can talk peacefully, but keep your hands where I can see them.
Anything you can tell me about the murders?
You think we get that a lot? I wouldn't even have known there were murders if I hadn't bothered to go out to get soy calf last week. It's none of our business and isn't our problem, and I like it that way.
Took Magpie's key cards. Oh, I got a key card.
Yes, we did.
Alexander took one earlier. He said he wanted to sweep the stockroom to see if there's anything worth stealing in it.
Here, we don't have time for this. You want to move this? You have to play this. Move this gear. You want to play detective? Go right ahead.
Okay, that's cool. I'm gonna save because good job not having a fight. See, I don't have to kill everyone, just some of the people. Just some of them. I assume they're not going to shoot me if I go up the ladder. So where does the storeroom go? The arrow's pointing this way. Aha. Magpie's stockroom. Talk to Zippy. I will do it in a minute. But thank you for the tip. Open the door. But see, every time I talked to... Like, I intentionally didn't talk to Zippy because he had been useless. Oh, I should probably give him the necklace, shouldn't I? I see where you're going with that. Despite the table's crude construction, an artfully laid meal awaits the owner. Several small dishes, pickled vegetables, larger plate. There's meat, has light soy marinade. Wait, it's just food? I'm gonna leave the meat alone. Oh, I have to do it now? Okay. Okay. And that's the finish there? See, because I tried talking to Zippy like 3 times. He was super useless. So he was basically dead to me. Fine. Do you want to know your friend's dead? Shh. Tell me more about Elder Magpie. I found this necklace. In the storm drains. Oh, shit. She didn't mean to spare after all. At least not in the way I thought. If that's where you found her, she's got to be dead. So why would they kill her and not make a mess like you did with the others? This business keeps getting weirder and weirder. Someone killed my friend. You find him, you make him hurt for me. That's not really useful. That depends what's missing and what's still there. A lot of chips have been cleaned out and some software too. Mom Poe wouldn't root through her things. It's not our way. Any kind of... Other than you? No. People do come and go from here every day, but no one stays. They're only here for business. Whoever stole this stuff is here. They're in hiding. Come to think of it, Magpie did have... I have the key in the stockroom. He's not helpful. I did everything I could to talk to him. Every time. And he has the necklace now. I mean, I could try again. Sometimes advanced. See you later. Did I learn stuff? Did I really? Looking for information. Okay, so something about blacklists, fine. Okay. Well, we've done the thing. We've got a lot of information. I'm assuming that I don't want to eat the food because my instinct is telling me it's poison or something. It sounds delicious, but... The box is packed full of odds and ends. Various wooden temples. Examine the mask. It's wood. Hey! This isn't the plastic face man's mask, right? 'Cause it's porcelain. Just wooden. Okay. Examine the charms. Small charms are square cloth packets, each 1 inch wide and 3 inches tall. Come in a variety of bright colors, embroidered. It's a folded paper fortune. Unfolding the fan, you tilt it up to the light to examine it. It's an East Asian city from the 19th century. Curved roofs, sunset, deep blue river. 2 ships sail down the river. Foreground, laborers carry buckets. Along the shore is a man on horseback rides the opposite direction. Distance, large red buildings dominate the skyline. 1 temple hall and a 5-tiered pagoda. You are no longer alone in the stockroom. Objective complete. Search for the killer in Wampoa Garden. Standing before you is a man clad in heavy armor and bearing a katana on his hip. His skin is an ashen gray, his eyes dead white. His teeth are jagged and appear quite sharp. This is no man. This is a ghoul. Oh god, the food isn't poison, but it's people? What? Ah, a hired gun. No doubt brought to bear against me by the Wampoan elders, a means by which they can lift the curse plaguing them. I salute your tenacity, but I wonder, will you hear me out before raising your weapon to kill me? You're a ghoul and you're talking. Yes, I am not only talking, I am reasoning as well. And since you have not attempted to kill me, your own higher faculties are engaged. I am a curiosity to you. You wish to know not only what I am, but what I have done. For as for who, you may call me Gaichu. You are correct. I have killed all the Wampoan elders to date, although only Elder Magpie was according to my initial plan. I regret the deaths of the other elders, but it was necessary. What does Gaichu mean? Harmful insect. It's the name I have taken for myself, since the word is usually applied to pests, especially ones who drink blood, such as leeches or mosquitoes. The first character means injury or evil influence, and the second means insect or worm. This affair began simply enough. As you may surmise, I am not someone who can be seen in public without great risk. Wampoa Garden is an excellent place to hide. No police or triad presence, and minimal interest in things that lurk in the shadows. Unfortunately for me, an Elder Ings discovered me through communion with her spirits. Rather than kill me or chase me away, she came to me with a proposition. And the other elders were having problems with one of their number. An elder named Magpie had been holding many of their plans hostage and would not budge. They could not remove Magpie, however, because her services were still too useful to the Wampoans at large. Ing offered me payment to dispose of Magpie, and I accepted. Why the hell are we talking to this thing? Time Turner is a goddamn ghoul, and you know what they're like. Really? What, pray tell, am I like? All teeth and claws and manners, I expect. Really? You want to crack jokes, you cannibal? You're the kind of monster that devour a family just because it's convenient. Remember the 162's, Time Turner? He's just like them. They were a gang in Baron. Like, that makes a bit of difference. Go on then, talk to the monster, but I'm keeping my finger on the goddamn trigger. I believe that we were speaking of the Elder's plans to have me kill Magpie. Surely you must be a little curious about that. You didn't clean up all our blood. Ah, unfortunate. I had thought I was careful enough. Having it on my hands must have obscured my sense of smell enough that I missed the last remnants in the drain. I disposed of Magpie's body by emptying the blood in her bathroom. Then I made her more portable. Those were placed in a plastic tarp, which I took to the storm drains and hid. It's unfortunate, but my survival depends upon consumption of raw metahuman flesh. Letting such nourishment to go to waste would be a foolish error. Why kill the other elders? I contacted the elders, not in person, of course, and they arranged to exchange payment. I assumed that since the job was done, Ing would be a woman of her word. I was mistaken. I arrived at the nearby parking garage the elders had told me about. They'd cleared out the other Wampoans under some pretense, though I'm not sure what ruse they used. The elders never showed up. Instead, several members of the Hong Kong police force arrived. They were more heavily armed than usual, so I suspect they knew something of my nature. I killed him with a sword? Way to fang it up. And my hands, yes. My blindness precludes the use of ranged weapons, unfortunate, since I was an excellent shot before I came infected, but my skills in grappling and kenjutsu have only increased. A battle of swords is a clash of souls. Mine was stronger than theirs, and they perished. A betrayal of that sort cannot stand. Not only was I not paid for my time and effort, the Wampoan elders treated me like a common animal. And I am so much more than that. Reputation is everything, and I had none. I had hoped to build a network of contacts so I would be able to continue finding work. But with that treachery, my hopes were dashed. I decided to become the monster that they feared. One by one, I have eliminated them. They know how to contact me and could have ended their nightmare at any time by making amends. I would have asked for more money, but I would have ceased my hunt. Yet they did not. Instead, they contacted you, no doubt asking you to eliminate me where the police had failed. So I ask you, what now? What will you do? Will you attempt to finish what the Wampoan started, or will you treat me with the same humanity I have shown you? Let me ask you some questions. Very well. What would you like to know? Is this from your armor? Ah, yes. I felt a ragged edge on one shoulder plate. I assume it was removed when one of the police officers shot me with my rifle. The hazards of war include unkempt attire, unfortunately. Why, that's a Cromwell-style observation. If I let you live, what will you do? Kill the rest of the elders and anyone else they send to exterminate me. It is a matter of survival. Should I ever have the opportunity to work freelance again, potential employers need to understand the price of betrayal. These murders are my curriculum vitae in revenge. So, am I forced to either piss off kindly or piss him off and kill him? This is a tough one here. Why would they have you killed instead of paying you? Any number of reasons. They are notorious cheapskates and will always try to save money when dealing with outsiders. It could be their natural inclination towards profit. They may regard me as subhuman and therefore unworthy of respect. It could be that they felt I was too dangerous to allow to live. Hi, Jersey Driver. If you may try upping your viewing above 320p. Most folks can hear fine, but at lower transcodes, we've been having audio issues we can't troubleshoot. It could be that they felt I was too dangerous to allow to live. It could even be that they simply did not like me. Did you? The net result is the same, however. They reneged on a deal we brokered and attempted to have me killed. A message must be sent. Blood must be paid. As they have hired you to kill me, they have obviously not learned their lesson. Did you read them? Some of them, not all. My condition requires that I consume raw metahuman flesh. I do not require a great deal to survive, perhaps 3 to 4 pounds per week. Consequently, there is vastly more supply than demand. Oh? What then will you do? How will this story end? I can be your face. A curious offer. And what of the elders? What, will you allow me the satisfaction of killing them? I want to see what they have to say first. I would counsel you not to believe their words, but you have the sound of one who is wary as a matter of course. Very well. Let us wait until a bit later in the night. Most pedestrians will be off the street, and it will be easier for us to approach the Wampoa without being noticed. Would you like some dinner? No, thank you. Alright. So, we managed to get through all of that, and we didn't kill him, and everybody's really excited about Gaichu, so that's a good thing. now we're gonna go hit up the elders. Hey. So you guys have totally wrought your own demise. How do you feel about that? Can I not go this way? I get the feeling that if I hadn't kept him alive, everybody just would have logged off. Like, nope, screw this. Yeah, and I'm all for interesting, so that's cool. Now, I know it says raspy, but I chose to put him where I did voice-wise because it sounds like he has a lot of stuff to say, and that would wreck my voice. What are you doing? You brought this thing into our home. Kill it, quick! Kill it before it kills us! Yeah, I have to say this isn't a good idea. Why the hell is a ghoul in here, and why is it wearing armor? Calm yourselves. I am not in it, and your elders know this intimately. Good evening, Eldering. I can smell your fear, and I'm glad of this. It means you are learning the price of betrayal. Whoa, whoa. What the hell is going on here? This guy's feeling us like Joey from Friends. What the hell is going on here? Can someone explain to me why the ghoul is talking? Guide, you had a contract with the elders and they betrayed him. He was British. Accused us of conspiring with the monster and covering it up? You're insane. The very idea is preposterous. I'm interested to hear what kind of evidence you have to support this theory, Time Turner. As far as I can tell, this monster killed Tong and the others, and that makes him a threat that should be eliminated. Let's see. Elders... They died because... You believe this vermin? This creature that feasts on meta-human flesh that kills and dismembers our tribesmen? You are a naive and foolish woman, if that's the case. What proof do you have that Magpie is dead? Oh, please, it matters where an elder is accused of breaking our law. The other elders generally judge them. It matters where all of them have been accused. I am authorized to act as a judge. Make your case, Shadowrunner. I found her necklace in storm drains. This is definitely a helmet of magpies. If he found it in a storm drain, that's suspicious, but hardly proof on its own. Large amount of blood in her shower drain. So what? Perhaps she cut herself and washed the blood off. Or perhaps you're mistaken about it being blood. You're simply guessing as to what happened. That's true. It's a guess. And even if it is her blood, that doesn't prove that the elders hired this ghoul to kill her. The elders have always protected Whampoa Garden to the best of their ability. That may be likely, but it's hardly unlikely, but it's hardly impossible. You haven't established the elders were involved. All you've done is made suppositions about it. What proof do you have that we hired and betrayed this creature? I won't sit by and listen to idle accusations without any kind of concrete evidence to back it up. How do you mean? How do you mean? What does that have to do with the elders and the ghoul? This is a piece of Gaichi's armor I found in the garage. Markings on it prove it. This is from his armor, definitely, but how does it prove the elders knew of the ghoul's existence? The police officers were abnormally armed and armored, with much heavier gear than a normal patrol. They were armed with armor-piercing, discarding sabot rounds. That's hardly a standard issue. Lesser weapons wouldn't have broken that armor plate. If all they were looking for was a common fugitive, why be prepared for a fight of that magnitude? Obviously, they knew what they were searching for. That doesn't mean we did. Evidence points to a fight with a sword. We allowed the police into Whampoa Garden because they were hunting someone. They never told us who or why they were looking for their quarry. It didn't have anything to do with us. I was only in the garage to collect payment from them. The ordinary residents were warned of the HKPF's arrival and were gone by the time I arrived. That's suspicious, I admit. It doesn't prove the elders knew it was the ghoul. Police were polite and asked our permission to enter. They were hunting a non-Whampoan, and that was reason enough for us to allow them in. That doesn't add up, Ning. Why would the police ask us for entry now? They've never been polite up before, and they've always tried to force their way in here. It just doesn't ring true to me. Did you ask them to come in order to hunt down the school? Oops, oops, clicking. Well, we're missing that dialogue forever. That's true, those murders were vicious and cruel. I don't see any way to explain that away. This school is a monster for how he killed Tong and the others. Tong wasn't tortured. He didn't even feel the pain. That's correct. I struck a single blow while his back was to me. His death was instant. Regrettable that he had to die for your following, but necessary to protect my reputation. You cannot believe what these people say. They are not to be trusted, and even if this is true, he still couldn't kill Tong. Maybe sewing, but a monster would not take Tong's suffering into account. He may be a killer, but he's not heartless. He's made to look more horrific. I believe you. The blood smeared on the walls, the removal of his skin, that's a scene designed to evoke horror, not the scene of an actual fight. This is a farce. We have dedicated ourselves to protecting the Wampoan tribe and everyone who lives in Wampoa Garden. Do you really believe outsiders are monsters over our word? We who have only tried to end the killings? You've been duped, Porter. You and the Shadowrunner. I concur. Porter, you know me. You know I'm the kind of person I am. I wouldn't be party to killing another elder. I can't believe we're even entertaining the notion that we have to defend ourselves. We should be disposing of this gold and disposing of this gold instead. If you think I'll forget this, I'm sorry, If you think I'll forget this, you're sorely mistaken. I will not tolerate this kind of insult. Why didn't it tell me that her gear was missing? Pure supposition. You think it proves something that I didn't know equipment was missing? Magpie's shop is always a horrible mess. Tang, you did a full inventory of Magpie's matrix servers. You assured us everything was running fine and you would be able to continue her work. I find it hard to believe you missed something as obvious as missing equipment, especially while searching stock. Too happy to That's right. If you even told me not to go find out what happened with the fight. You said the Red Spear gangers were moving in and to leave them alone. Why would you tell me not to look into it? Whoa! I was only trying to protect you from the Red Spears. They're dangerous, which is why I wanted to deal with them directly. Alright. I think I have some idea what's going on here. And what do you believe there is? Gaichu seems to be telling the truth. Elders, too many facts don't add up. You are obviously hiding something, possibly a great deal from the rest of the tribe. I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to take you into custody until the community can decide the extent and manner of your punishment. Death would seem appropriate to me, especially given that they kept the charade even to you, one of their most trusted citizens. Don't you dare talk to me like that, you disgusting beast. Ip, no. Don't make this, whoa, Ip. Don't make this any worse than it is. Thank you, Time Turner. I'll make certain that justice is meted out. You are free to go, and I will ensure the payment is delivered to you. As long as you take Gaichu with you, I can't have him staying here. Yeah, he'll come with me. Da-da-da-da-da. Whoa! I confess, I am unhappy to live with the decision to allow the Wampoa Emperor's elders to live. We should have killed them, if for no other reason than to maintain our reputation. Yeah, that's right. I can accept this. I am unused to working with Shadowrunners, and I assumed you would see things as I do. Hopefully there is much I can learn from you. Shall we leave this place? I am eager to be done with Wampoa Garden. That two karma? That's all I get? Psh. Jeez. No respect. Better get some money. Oh, are they roomies now? Does he live with Ractor down in the basement? That sounds like an odd couple pairing. One of them's an undead ghoul. One of them likes robots. Together, they have hijinks. Yes. Let's head back. Yep. Peace. We did it! And some of it we did with our killing people. Oh, I got 2 karma for getting the perfect solution. Oh, today was a success. Oh, goodness. The MTR rockets noiselessly towards Haoi along the edge of Kowloon Bay. The black water glitters in the night with the light of 1,000 reflected storefronts. Gaiju stares sightlessly out the window, one hand pressed to the glass. The plot by the elders is exposed, and Porter Lamb is in your debt. You have a new ally and the respect of the Wampoans. Sometimes everything goes right on a job. You count yourself lucky this was one of those times. Screenshot it! Everything goes right on a job. We were adequate. Yes! Yeah, that's the thing. It felt like, especially because there were 2 boop points farther in the garage, I didn't feel comfortable just being like, no, you're right, I'll just leave this super suspicious area you won't let me explore. And it says perfect. It says everything goes right. So I did everything right. It's good. We're fine. We're fine. Everything's fine. It's like the bank job. Yeah, and then you don't know what to do with yourself because you're like, So if you're just joining us and you didn't see me on Shadowrun Corporate Sins for 65 episodes, there is one episode where my character has to rob a bank in disguise in broad daylight. And spoiler alert, it worked. And you're like, and everybody kept forgetting that that had happened and I had managed to get in and out. Like, Mainframe was so pissed at everybody for like just blowing over that afterwards. Like, guys, I literally just robbed a bank in broad daylight. I'm amazing and you should bow down. But they did not. Saying payment for your runs at the mission computer, by which you mean the boat. And if you are into Shadowrun, there are 65 episodes waiting for you of our live RPG play, Shadowrun Corporate Sins, which aired on Hyper RPG for 16 months. And so you can check that out. There is... I was so nervous before that episode. I was like, shit. So you can check that out. Somebody can hit the Shadowrun macro. Yeah, there we go. Give me my money. Where do I get my money from? Open the jobs directory. Claim payment. But I think it's not the resolution I expected, but I think it's acceptable. There's one thing I don't trust, it's people. It's kindly. If there's one thing I don't trust, it's people who don't pay what they owe. Thankfully, the Wampoans are more reliable than Ing and her allies, and so am I. Your payment is attached. Pending jobs. Raymond Black's history. Duncan asked me to do some digging on my own into Raymond's history. I guess he doesn't trust kindly to give him the full story. Most sinners leave a data trail the size of an aircraft carrier in their wake. Working backwards in time, Raymond starts out that way, but it slowly tapers away into nothingness. Sure, I can find some basic records in Seattle, power utilities, a couple public discussion sites, but the further back I get, the less I find. And the craziest part is this. Prior to 2032, I can't find anything at all. And that shouldn't be possible. It's like Raymond didn't even exist before then. I don't know. I'm going to keep digging, but it'll take me a while. I'll let you know when I get some things worth saving. I've been instructed to inform you of the various suppliers. Oh, it's Bao. I've been instructed to inform you of the various suppliers of President Haoi. Auntie Chang has cultivated a commercial district of well-stocked and trustworthy vendors. Whoever you choose to do business with you will be in good hands. Never mind. Okay, so there's weapons, magical supplies. Yes, magical supplies. Medical supplies. Okay. Attending a party? Time turner, I need you to come to the parlor. A friend and business partner of mine named Dr. Shenyang has need of your services. Something about attending a fancy party in Repulse Bay. He was unwilling to give me the details. I think he wanted to size you up himself. Geomantic sabotage.
Geomancy is some big business in the free enterprise zone. Here in Hong Kong, Feng Shui isn't just the act of rearranging your kitchen to make things look pretty. The fortunes of empires rise and fall with the ebb and flow of Qi, and sometimes that flow needs a helping hand. Wuxing Incorporated are the preeminent practitioners of large-scale Qi manipulation here in the free enterprise zone. Gone to great lengths to channel Qi from all over Hong Kong into their headquarters, an enormous monstrosity they call the Wuxing Sky Tower. There, it is focused and transformed into good fortune through the building's geomantically attuned architecture and interior decoration. Our client believes that it is time for Wuxing's good luck to run out. You are to infiltrate the Sky Tower and disrupt the flow of Qi throughout the building, but you are to do so in two fashions. First, you must disrupt the Feng Shui of the opposite Feng Shui. I've forgotten how to say it. Of the opposites by subtly altering the environment of that level. This will consist of minor adjustments of desks, spilled water, and other small activities that are unlikely to be noticed. Ordinarily, even subtle disturbances would be noticed. That is why the client wishes you to make a much louder demonstration on the rooftop garden. The garden is to be ransacked, utterly destroyed, set fire to things, uproot trees, that kind of thing. Our client has also specified he would like you to destroy the large Buddhist statue in the garden, smash the thing to bits and leave them scattered across the rooftop. This level of destruction will keep Wuxing's geomancers busy long enough that the more subtle disruptions below will take effect. In addition, it will send the kind of message our client would like Wuxing to hear. I have utmost faith in your ability to cause destruction. The more disruption you can cause on both levels of the Sky Tower, the happier the client will be. Given your own skills with magic, you should have an easy time identifying the most effective ways to disrupt the key of the building. Yeah, I will take the runs. Good. Okay, so we know what's coming up next time. Next time on Shadowrun Hong Kong. So where's my money? Oh, we have 10 karma now. And $3,000. Alright, that's fine. I have to get out of this dialogue. Why can't I save, guys? Can I save now? There we go. La la la. Confirm. Alright, guys. I think that's where we're going to call it today. It's about 1 p.m., which is our normal target end time. So last week we went super long. We went 4 hours, but we were also starting a game. So I'm going to switch back over. So we did it. We did a perfect run. We did it. With a little help from chat. Pointing us in the right direction. Sticking with me when I would have gotten bored with the text and been like, yeah, nah. Yay!
We got $3,000. We got $3,000. We got $3,000. Yeah. Yeah. Aren't I just a lovely contrast to all the squishy, bloody crap in Shadowrun? Yeah. Yeah.
So,
in case you haven't met me, I'm Sprinkles. Queen Sprinkles, queen of the hallway and associated environs. And it is good to have you here, my subjects. Yay!
she's, just humor her. She's fine.
Don't do that. We're on stream. Don't do that. Ah. Well, it's been fun, guys. Thank you for the new follows, and thank you for the subscriptions. Hi, Turtleneck. Hi, Bison. Hi, 4am Critter. Hi, Turtleneck. Hi, everybody. Hi, Krillin. You know all the Shadowrun things. You are always very impressive. Hi, Vasco. Good to see you guys. Lugeron, thank you for the subscription. Thank you for the salute, left-handed monkey wrench. Oh, everybody wants to see my crown. I have to use it. I want my crown. Yes. Get right. Get right.
Well, I can't if you're talking. There you go. Poof your hair up a little to hold it in place.
Bow down to your queen. Queen Sprinkles of the hallway. I am resplendent. Bask in my glory.
Yes! This crown was given to me by Prometheus Theus, and it befits my royal countenance. Oh, thank you, Bythron.
Thank you, Bythron. Hey, Bythron says you don't suck at this game.
Yes, that he said it in nicer words, but yes.
Yeah, so even though you were a cranky ass lady this week, at least you're not bad at games.
Wow, she's Sprinkles, everyone. That's Sprinkles for you.
So, bask for just a minute or two more in my glory.
The thing about the crown is, can I put Mo on while having your crown on, or is this all just gonna go to shit? I know there's some Mo fans out there, so he can come out briefly. Oh, that's interesting, Turtleneck. So you get to see the future on your phone before you see it on your TV. I had that problem at work, where my desktop gets my email after my phone, which is super weird because the desktop is wired into the Microsoft Internet and the phone is off on Ether, not even connected to the corporate Wi-Fi. So yeah, time travel's a common problem these sorts of days. Hi everyone, I'm Mo, and I'm the newest puppet member of the Muppet Mafia. And as you can see, she's not a ventriloquist, just a puppeteer. So, just look at my eyes. That's all you need to do. Look at my eyes.
Or look at me, because I'm better. Really. I mean, why would you look at him? He's not as great as me.
I'm really still looking forward to a day when we can have a good working relationship, Sprinkles.
Well, you're looking way far out of the future then. You must be some kind of crazy psychic.
Well, there's always next week. So, thank you guys so much for being here. Yeah, the camera's off center, but that's fine. We'll just, yeah. Oh, Turtleneck. Oh, you can't wait to sub in a couple weeks. Well, thank you for the thought. And again, subs are not required, but it's a huge compliment, and we thank you for it. So thank you.
And a good remember, vote no on Daleks. Stop extermination. You know what I'm talking about. Anyone who goes running around talking about extermination or anything like that is basically a Dalek, and you should not be a Dalek. That's rules.
That's true. Yeah. On this, I think Sprinkles and I can definitely agree. So be good to each other, everyone. Thank you for being great, Muppet Mafia. So yeah, if you're new here, I'm Cheryl. It came up at Aphrodite. We are wrapping up. You might be able to see why called him up at Aphrodite. But join us next Sunday at same time, 10 a.m. Pacific, where we will be playing more Shadowrun.
Yeah, don't bring the kids because apparently it's just super gory all the time this time.
No, Lugeron. No, Lugeron, definitely do not exterminate if you can help it. Definitely not recommended behavior. Yeah. And if you do try to exterminate, you might find magical doctors trying to kill you. So, yeah. And if you like things, make sure you hit follow or join us on Discord because my bonus streams are only announced on Discord and, of course, through Twitch's notification system. So, bonus streams during the week. Sometimes we play Stardew Valley and things are kind of heating up.
Brown chicken, brown cow. She's got like a boyfriend or something?
No, it's not quite a boyfriend yet.
But almost. I mean, basically, maybe two.
Yeah, it's gotten better. So, join us maybe for one of those. Might have one of those a weeknight because I'm still recovering for surgery, so my weeknight calendar is still pretty open. And I like playing Stardew a lot more than I should. Yeah.
So, in summary, I'm great, and you should remember me.
Oh, is that the only takeaway?
Yeah, that's basically the only important takeaway.
Well, I was gonna. Okay. So thank you guys. I'm gonna have to send Mo away so I can turn the stream off.
Ha ha!
I mean, Sprinkles, you want to go? Because if you're mean, it's fine. I'll just I'll go over here. See you next time, Muppets. See you next time, Muppet Mafia. Yeah. Bye, guys. All right.
Ha ha! Now I'm alone again, like it should be.
Sprinkles, you're gonna get a timeout if you're not nice. Okay. So, thank you guys for joining, and we will see you next time. Bye, Muppet Mafia.